Pterodactyl here, and I hear somebody's having a birthday. Riley boy, happy birthday! Woo! 10 years old, boy, you're growing up fast. I can remember when you was just 9 years old. It seemed like that was just yesterday. So, have a happy birthday, Riley. Don't eat too much cake and get a tummy ache. And as always, there's your birthday dinner. Woo! Riley boy, happy birthday! Happy birthday, Riley boy! Woo! Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Riley boy. How you all doing, people? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm Micks Mowers. Welcome to the Micks Mowers Saturday Night Live. Hope you're all doing okay. That was just a nice little tribute there that my old mate Terrell and Junior and Slippers did for my little Riley boy yesterday as it was his birthday. I messaged the gang over at the Grass Rats Garage and said, would you send my little Riley boy a little voice message clip to say happy birthday? Because he is mad on Terrell, absolutely Terrell mad. And yeah, they sent him over a nice little video message, which I played him this morning. Yesterday was his birthday. I played him this morning, and this morning at around about 7:30, he was around the house flat out singing the Grass Rats Garage theme tune and shouting at the top of his voice, Grass Rats Yo. So he was super, super happy with that. So many thanks for sending little Riley boy a thank you message, Terrell and team. As always, very much appreciated. I will play it a bit later on so other people can see it as well. But welcome to the show. I am Micks Mowers, as I say, and welcome to the old Micks Mowers Saturday night live stream. I'm not sure what's going on. I didn't see Snob go live yesterday. Not sure about that. Didn't see no notifications saying he wasn't going live, nothing like that. So I don't know what happened there. So tonight it's got myself, and tomorrow you've probably got Dusty. You've got Ken Small Engines as well going live tomorrow, as well as people like Puller Bear Ed. We're going live Sunday night as well. So what of a week have I had? Yeah, busy week in the old shack. Today I've been working on a Honda HRX 476 with a drive issue, which was a very, very simple fix, but just fiddly, very fiddly. And I have done a video on one before. It's the little tiny split roller pins that go on the axle, on the drive gearbox, sorry. Absolute pickles to do, but quite a simple job. Snobby has hurt his back, has he? Okay, no worries, that's fine. So I've been working on HRX 476 today. Got that one done. And also my mate Jim, who's got a child called Matthew. He's got the syndrome exactly the same as Riley boy, but Matthew is, I think, like 21 now. Jim bought in a rotavator, which I did a video on this afternoon. He was going to buy it off of this gentleman pending if I could get it running or not. So I managed to get that running for him, no problem at all. Did a carburetor clean on it, quite a simple one. Carburetor was particularly mucky, just might see in the old video. But in the end, got it running, lovely, but I tested it again about an hour and a half later on, and it started to hunt as well really badly. So I put it through the cleaner, and it has now stopped that. So that's cool. So I've been working on those. And then also, I went up to, let me get his name right in case he's watching. I do get quite a few emails, as you know, from week to week, day to day. Let me just grab me emails. I think his name was Ray. I think it was. I can't quite remember off the top of my barnet. Let's have a little look here. I don't want to YouTube. I'm going to emails. What was his name? Micks Mowers, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Ray, that was him. Mate Ray. He messaged me last week and said he had an Atco B30E Royal 30-inch cut cylinder mower with electric start and what have you, and would I be interested in it for the channel? Completely free of charge, come and get it. He was right up in Horsham somewhere, so not too far away, a little bit of a drive. But with social distancing, and I wore a mask and all that sort of good stuff, we're able to get it done and managed to fit it onto the back of a trailer. And I now have in my possession a nice 30-inch Atco Royal 30E lawnmower. And tomorrow I'm going to go and pick up a roller seat for it. I managed to find one. It is the 20-inch, so I'll have to do a bit of welding to make it fit the 30-inch. So now we'll have two 30-inch cuts, one being the Atco and one being the Dennis. I'm not as of yet sure when the Dennis will be coming back. I will get it back down at some point. The problem is with the Dennis, in comparison to the Atco, they are two different machines altogether, and the Dennis weighs probably about another 120 kilos more than the Atco. So just to get the Dennis out, just to run it up or just to have a look at it, it's a bit of a mission. But the Dennis will be coming back at some point. I've got the paint for it, which is over there. That's going to be painted in British Racing Green. And then the Atco, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Atco as of yet. We'll see. Benedict's is late today. Well, that makes a change, Benedict. Normally it's me that's late. You're telling me off. So yeah, 2 30-inch cuts, which is lovely. Also been busy in the garden. As you know, it was Riley Boy's birthday. And for his birthday, he got a new trampoline, 15-foot trampoline, which he absolutely loves and adores. And he also got a brand new swing set because he's got additional needs. He doesn't swing on a conventional swing. So we got my bird's nest one. It's a big ring with a net in the bottom of it. So he sits in the net and has a swing on that. So he's happy with that. Anyone started to notice push mowers have lost tons of value? Now that electric ones are more popular, I don't know. I don't think I have. I'm selling mowers at a good price still. All depends if they're serviced. Electric mowers are here to stay. There's no getting around that. But no, I don't think the prices have dropped considerably. I mean, compared to what we sell them in the new shop, like B&Q. I went to B&Q last week to go and get a new spade for my garden. Broke my old spade, so I went to get a new spade. And yeah, £270 for a I don't even think it was a Honda. I think it was a Chonda on there. 270 odd quid for a Mountfield. And I don't think that was even a 21-inch cut. I think it was a 19-inch cut. So they are pricey in the shop anyway. I had a Wilco's mower last week that I picked up as part of a job lot, and I could have sold that 50 times over. I didn't ask a lot of money for it because they're not worth a lot of money. You can get them brand new for about 120 quid. But Wilco's ain't got them. Hi, Kimberly. How you doing, hun? Nice to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, Honda HRX. I've now got another 30-inch cut mower. I've got a nice little walk behind strimmer to work on. I've had it running, but it squeals its head off. So I'm not sure whether it's actually the main bearing on the engine gone, or if it's actually part of the actual drive, the cutting side of the strimmer. So a little tiny walk behind strimmer with wheels. Got one of that, and I've got about 4 or 5 other machines in. Just came in. I thought, I fancy go on that. I'll have that. A couple of haters and what have you, because they tend to sell quite well. So I've got those. I've got some parts in. I've got my Husky strimmer. That's now playing up. I nearly sold that, but it started playing up about a day before I went to sell it. So that's still in the shop, and I have got the Carburetor. It's in the house, I think. The Carburetor I've got a Stihl FS56 RC to do. So that's good. I've been working on the Atco Balmoral 17 SE, but that's given me a lot of grief at the moment. A lot of grief. I put new pinion gear in and a new ring gear. That video is to come out. Put it all back together, and it drives better, but it's smashed up the pinion gear one more time. So I need to go back to that Atco Balmoral again. And I had done some research on it, and apparently it's a thing where the axle for the roller and the housings, they tend to wear the bushings, and it sets the pinion gear to be not in the correct height. So I've got to take that apart again now. I need to decide what I want to do with that, because obviously it is still costing me a bit of money to try and get these parts in for that. And for whatever reason it is, it's just not running right at all. This video's being reviewed. Okay, cool. Get rid of that now. That's done with. That's good. Let's just refresh the old chat. See how we're getting on there. I've got 20 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. Give us some thumbs up. Much appreciated, people, please. Because how many have I got in the house? I've got 60 in the house and 20 thumbs up. So there's plenty of thumbs up to be given away. That'd be lovely. You can give me a couple. That'd be good. So I've got that. What else are we doing? Plenty of gardening too. I pulled out some trees over yonder. Planted a new hedge as well. The tiller video that you saw me do the other week. I've also been down the old man's this week and tilled his hedge over for him, and just planted a new hedge in there for him. So he's happy with that. So yeah, been busy in the garden, busy all over. So how have you been, guys? Been doing? You've been doing okay? Let's have a little look in the chat. I've been yakking for 9 minutes now. Let's have a little look, see what we've got. I did pause my YouTube chat off, so that should be stuck. I might lose a few of you as I go through the list. So Dick Small Engines, how you doing, Dick? Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, catch me later on. Thanks, buddy boy. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. James in the house, how you doing, James? Nice to see you. Lawnmower Detective, hope you're doing well. I'll see you later on, Sir Mick. Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Andrew Phones in the house. Andrew, your t-shirt has been ordered, buddy, so you should be getting that within the next couple of days, I would say, mate. Okay. Dick Small Engines, Andrew Phone, Williams in the house. That just jumped hideously. Got a top. I've still got a top. I love him. Williams in the house. How you doing, William? Gravely Man's in the house. How you doing, mate? James in the house. How you doing, buddy boy? Simply, how you doing, Simply, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Mowers and Blowers in the house. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Mikey Yo-Yo, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. My TV says it's only 17:30. Your TV's an hour behind, buddy boy. Hobby Motors in the house. I was watching one of your videos earlier on, buddy boy. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Jason Hughes in the house. So is Tinkering Taylor. I've got a video to watch of yours, Tinkering Taylor. I've watched your first one. I see you put another one out the other day. Bruce's Shops in the house. How you doing, Bruce? I was watching you the other day as well. I think you were mucking with was you mucking with a chainsaw, Bruce? I think there's mucking with a chainsaw from what I saw. I think that's one I saw. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Say hi to Kim for me. Who else we got? Hobby Bruce's Shop. You're saying hi to everyone. I miss everyone. Yeah, I do it all the time. Ken Small Engines in the house. How you doing, Kenny boy? Nice to see you. I need to get a new chair. I think the air in my chair is gone. I'll keep going down. My head's level with this shelf. The moment you watch, I'll go down in a bit. You wait and see. Bill's in the house. How you doing, Bill? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Mac 210. How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Roger McDonald also in the house. He reads the news. Same bloke. True story. Danny Turner in the house. How you doing, Danny? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well, my buddy boy. William in the house. Mark's in the house. Mark Whiteley. Hi, Mick and the gang. Happy birthday to Riley boy. Yeah, Riley boy is he's gone to bed now, but he's had a really good couple of days. He just had his auntie tour pop round and his cousin, so he's had a good day. Snobby's done his back in, same as me. Okay, no worries, that's fine. Andrew Frone, Tinkering Taylor, you all chat to each other. William hard at work. How you doing, Joe? Nice to see you. Hello, Mick from South Texas. How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Benedict White was late. That's unusual for Benedict. Nice to see you. Tinkering Taylor, Dabrowski in the house. Anyone notice push mowers? No, I don't think have gone down in price. It all depends on it depends on the area in which you live in too. You know, it has a massive effect. Some of the cylinder mowers don't sell for good money here, but yeah, in my area, because there's a lot of new builds, lots of small gardens. So it may be you have to cater for your area rather than just getting the big hated 56s and 48s and all that sort of stuff. Cater for your area, and that's where you tend to get a better sort of niche market. Bruce's Shop. Scotty Downs in the house. How you doing, Scotty Daniels? Jessica's in the house. Hi, Mick. Any tips on getting a stuck flywheel off? Yes, lots. All depends what it's on. If it's on a conventional mower, not too bad. If it's on a cylinder mower, a bit more difficult. Number one, I'd always recommend using a proper puller. If you get a proper puller for it, not one that goes over the top, but one that actually clamps through the bolt holes in the flywheel and pull it off. If you're going to pull it off, give it a nice gentle tap first to try and break any seal. You can also use a bit of heat as well. Put the puller on, take a bit of tension up on the puller, and then heat it up with some MAP gas. Have you got any MAP gas? Mine's down there in the shed I was using it. Big gas torch, not a blow lamp, a gas torch. Heat it up, get it nice and warm, give it a couple of taps, and with the pressure on the puller, it should just bounce off. If not, you can use a more traditional method, which was do the nut back up very slightly, and then with a pry bar and a good size hammer, give it a good couple of thumps. That tends to break it off. Or if you've got an air compressor, use an air chisel. A lot of flywheels, the shafts have a little tiny divot in the shaft, and you can air compress it with an air chisel, and that bounces, the vibration sends it off. But I would recommend a puller and a nice big bit of heat, and they just bounce straight off. That's the theory. Hope that helps. Hobby Motors in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hobby Motor. Henry Mororski. Thank you very much, Henry, for sending Riley Boy his Easter eggs. He got them yesterday, which have been in the Rotivated video today. He was very happy to get his eggs off of you, and also he got a Kinder Egg surprise off of Conker as well. Top Conker sent him some as well, which is cool. He actually made, to be funny enough, he rang up Top Conker, FaceTimed him. He rang Pete up, and he also made someone else. He FaceTimed Snobby as well, and he made them all sing happy birthday. So Top Conker, Pete, and Snobby all were forced to sing happy birthday to Riley yesterday morning about 7:30. It's hilarious. Conker looked an absolute state. In fact, I've got a photograph of Conker. I might email it to myself. Let me do that because I took a screenshot. Conker looked like he'd been dragged through a hedge backwards. Let me get the picture of that, and I'll email it to myself, and you guys and girls can see it. Where's that photograph? I wasn't putting it in the fireplace because it would keep the kids away from the fire. Did I take a screenshot? And I did. Where'd it go? I think I deleted it. I can't have deleted it, surely. Where'd it go? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. If I just share that in myself, email, and then I'll send that to me. I'll send you a photograph of Conker about 7:30 in the morning. We'll share that in a minute. Let me get my emails popped up. Emails. Let me get them fired up. Oh, that's probably the wrong one to do anyway. It's going here. It's going on here. I'll get that up. Micks Mowers, that one there. Let that, there it is. Let me fire that one up. That's it. Zoom in a bit as well. Zoom in. Oh, not too much. That's scary. So yeah, is Top Conker. He was forced by Riley. Riley made him sing "Happy Birthday" to him. He couldn't get away from it. So here's my mate Top Conk. He had to sing "Happy Birthday" to Riley boy. There you go. Look at the state of that. Look, first thing in the morning, still got his dressing gown on. Look, 7:30 in the morning, and Conker was forced to sing "Happy Birthday" to Riley boy. He couldn't get out of it. No matter what he'd done, he was stuck. So yeah, Conker was singing "Happy Birthday" to Riley boy. There's Top Conker, 7:30 in the morning. So he was well happy with that. I might keep that as the same. Put it by the fireplace to keep the kids away from the fire. Who else we got in the house? Tinkling Taylor, Roger McDonald, done you. A little knock of an Elu spray helps. Yeah, can put a bit of spray in that. Definitely helps. Yeah, a sharp strike with a heavy mallet. Yeah, it does help. But I have broken some shafts doing that. I have broken some shafts. You give it too much of a wallop, and also you can also do the threads in. So I recommend the old heat and puller method. If you got a puller, if you haven't get one, they're worth every penny. Let's go back up here again. Lost a bit of the old chat. Where do we get to? Somewhere in here. Where's that one about the old chisel? There is a little knock here. Great man, John T's in the house. How you doing, John T? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. AP's in the house too. How you doing, AP? Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Henry Morski, you're saying hello. DNR Small Engines. How you doing, buddy boy? Got 74 in the house. Give us some thumbs up, please. Pete Froud's in the house. Cool. Nice to see you, Pete. Hope you're doing well. Andrew Throne, James in the house. Nice to see you. Savage, Small Engines and Repair. Small Engines. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Jason, Robert Paul, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hi, Mick. Loving the channel. Just bought a John Deere JA63C as a non-runner. After watching your videos, I've managed to get it running. Fantastic, mate. That's what we like to hear. That's what my videos are there for. Hey, Mick, the Atco is a beast. Yeah, Bill, it is. But there's a 30-inch cut. It's a serious bit of kit. You don't want to get your finger caught in there. It all runs. It don't sound very good, but it wants a good service and what have you. Bama Mowers, how you doing? Doug, nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping nice and safe. Nice to see you. Does garden mean yard in America? Yeah, same thing. Yeah. In fact, we were talking to Terrell the other week about the American abbreviations for the English language. It's funny. It's funny how the same things. You guys call it biscuits and gravy. We call that gravy and bread. Because your biscuits we call your biscuits we call rolls, and what you call our biscuits is cookies, and we have our own word for cookies. Rusty Russo, how you doing, Rusty, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy boy. Thanks for popping on in. Nice to see you. Ken Small Engines, Mick, do I dare ask how yesterday went with Top Conker? He didn't come because, funnily enough, we arranged it all good to go. But because it was Riley Boy's birthday, I had to devote. I didn't have to. It's a given. I had to devote my entire day to Riley Boy. So pretty much from about 7:30, 8 o'clock yesterday morning, I was in the back garden putting up a 15-foot trampoline on my own and a swing set with bird nest swing as well. So I was busy all day anyway. So we are due to reschedule. So he will be coming down at some point. AJL, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yo, he says, nice to see you. I'm struggling to find a battery charger for my Milwaukee M18. Can I just snap the end of my charger and stick red wires in to negative on a battery? No, I wouldn't recommend it. Can someone try and find a Milwaukee M18 charger? Put a link in the chat. I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure there's one about. Must be able to. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in anyway. Nice to see you. There's Dick Small Engines, Pete Fraudo. Tommy, how you doing, Tommy? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. How old was Riley? Riley was 10 years. He's 10 years old now. He's 10 years old. Hi, Mick, sweetheart, says Thomas Andrews. Nice to see you. Chris, evening all. Had the pleasure of saving a John Deere JX75 self-drive after a full rebuild. Fantastic news. That's what we like to hear. Sandy's in the house too. How you doing, Sandy? Nice to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. If you are honey, I don't know if you're honey or if you're geezer. I don't really know. Difficult to tell with just YouTube names. Henry Morski. Garden equipment review. How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping on in. Chris is in the house too. Every admin, hope you're doing well. Yeah, nice to see you. Gravely, you're chatting. Tommy, the Mower Repair. How you doing, Tommy? Tom, nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Good. 7% in the house. Give some thumbs up, people, please. Give some thumbs up. I've been yakking for a little while now. Let's just refresh that. Give that a little refresh. I am due to slip back over to 4G at some point, but I'm not doing it tonight because it'll end up going absolutely bananas on when I'll end up crashing or something like that. Who else that just slipped in? Simon, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Mick. Hope all is well. And the missus, we're all doing fantastic. Here's a little clip of my mate Terrell. He sent my little rider boy out for those of you that missed it. Here it is.
Pterodactyl here, and I hear somebody's having a birthday. Riley boy, happy birthday! Woo! 10 years old. Boy, you're growing up fast. I can remember when you was just 9 years old. It seemed like that was just yesterday. So, have a happy birthday, Riley. Don't eat too much cake and get a tummy ache. And as always, there's your birthday dinner. Woo! Riley boy, happy birthday! Happy birthday, Riley boy! Woo! Happy birthday.
How many 10-year-olds do you know get a little tiny video from their hero, Terrell Fixes All? That's amazing what he done. See how I shrunk? Look, I was up here earlier on. Look, see if a gas has gone out my chair in it. Yeah, he absolutely adored it. In fact, the other week we were chatting to Terrell and Junior to set up for Terrell's live stream the other week, and Riley Boy was chatting to Terrell, and Riley Boy was absolutely beside himself. Told his mum, told Nana, told everyone in the house that he was talking to Terrell. He could not believe it. Absolutely brilliant. Terrell's just got so much time for kids. It's fantastic. Bless him. What a nice gesture. Yeah, exactly that, Dick. It was. He doesn't have to do it, and that man gets some emails. You know what I mean? But I bet Riley Boy absolutely I have to play it every 3 minutes. He absolutely loves it. So yeah, much appreciate that, your Grassrats Garage. As always, you are fantastic stars and fantastic support and showing my little Rider Boy lots of love. Is it an older Milwaukee M18? I think the Chargers are different to the newer ones. There you go. Jason Hughes is asking about the Chargers, so have a chat with him about that. Those were dual replacement of a blower, $250 blower in the day are in good shape yet. Thompson, right, that's fine. So everyone's there. So anyway, it's nice to see you. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe and all that sort of good stuff. So if anyone's got any questions about mower related problems, engine related problems, just give us a shout. If I can help, I will. As always, I'll always claim I'm not a professional, never will seek to be one. Anything with a spark plug, I will have a go at, irrespective. So I'm not a professional, but I will try and answer any questions. For those of you that are new within my chat, I have a few little guidelines just to follow, just so it keeps my channel clean and I don't get no hits on it. No capital letters in my chat, no more than 2 emojis, no foul language or obscenities, and don't say anything to anyone in the chat that you wouldn't say to your mum. Keep it nice and clean. If you don't, then my moderators, who are dressed in blue, they will give you a warning first across the old bow to say behave yourself. If you don't behave yourself, then they will delete your comment. And then after that, if you continue to misbehave yourself, you'll going to get put in timeout or removed from the stream. And that's it. And the only time you'll come back is if I remember to unhide you from my stream. And I'm not very good at that. So the chances are I will actually forget. So I do add moderators as and when I come in and out. But moderating can be taken away or given again. So just be careful when you come up on the stream. I'll invite you up onto the old panel. Same thing happens. You must be fully clothed, no swearing, all that sort of good stuff, and no obscenities or dump in the basement. If you don't behave yourself, then you'll just go. It's as simple as that. And then once you're up on the panel, please feel free to enjoy yourself, have a laugh and a joke, get involved in the chat. Don't sit up here sucking your thumb, saying nothing, because if you do, I'll just put you down and I'll bring somebody else up who wants to talk. So anyone can sit up here doing that. That's no biggie. I can do it all day long, but you all get bored of it. So if you're not going to come up and say a great deal, even if you are shy, just try and come up and do a bit, then you'll be fine. But if you sit up there and do nothing, or if you're repairing something in the background, I can't hear nothing, you'll get muted and you get dropped. So it's just easy. It's easy just to keep the old chat going. What's that? Newbie here. Just want to say your knowledge is inspiring. Enjoyed what I've seen so far. Fantastic. Thank you very much, TC. Much appreciated, my friend. I do try my hardest. First on the panel, place your bets now. Bruce in first for me. So you reckon it'll be Bruce. We'll see who comes up first. So what I'll do is, then, without further ado, let's get down and dirty. No, let's put a link out. In fact, I was watching Micks Mowers today. I watched one or two of his videos, and right at the end of his video, he put "Take her easy." And I thought, oh, here we go, copyright slam against you. Just joking, Rick. So Rusty Rooster, you're now a mod, and so are you now, Nev. I just put you in as well. Dick's, your comment's been hidden because it's got that word "dick" in it, which they don't like. But don't understand that's actually a name. First on the panel, I'm out on patrol listening, says the old lawnmower detective. No, he's not out on the patrol. He's eating donuts. Hobby motor first, I reckon. Oh, we're having bets, are we? It's like feeding time at the penguin enclosure, isn't it? You chuck the old link out there and off it all come. Sandy got deleted. She put a comment in capital letters. That's what happens. It does that. So let's put a link out. And I've got 78 in the house. Let's put a link out and see who we get, shall we? Place your bets. Who's going to be first? No caps, please. Yeah, exactly that, Dick. Exactly that, my friend. Yeah, Rusty got a blue wrench. Henry, your T-shirt will be coming to me first. Once it comes to me, I'll then post it out to you, Henry. All right, mate? It'll be on its way. Hi, Mrs. P. There's my beautiful, gorgeous wife. How you doing, honey? She's indoors watching Netflix, but she just popped and say hello. So everyone say hello to Mrs. P. That's my gorgeous, beautiful wife. Oh. Some of you weren't right, actually. Oh, well, one of you was right. It's the Eggman. That ain't the Eggman. No, I can see who it is. There's quite a few of them down there already. They're queuing up waiting to get in. Yeah, it's Mrs. Pete. Right, who we got first? So the first one up, who said it first? I think it's actually Sandy, I think. So first one up on the panel is my good friend, Ken, from Ken Small Engines. Hello, Ken.
I like being first.
Yeah, always first, yeah. Nice to see you, Ken.
First in everyone's hearts.
Happy
birthday, Riley boy. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, Riley boy. 10 years old, eh? What's that all about?
Absolutely.
What's that all about? Where's my other mate? Here's my other mate. There he is. Bruce
boy.
Brucey.
Bruce,
the Mower God.
Oh, that's still on there. We better get that off there.
Bruce the Mower God. Have you been doing your own live streams?
No, I put that on the last time I was up.
We're going to start calling him Brucey Two-Stroke pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? There's nothing wrong with it. At the moment, Bruce, I'm having problems with four-stroke at the moment. It's not going my way. But not so much the engine side of it. It's more the mechanical drive system that I'm having problems with. But it's what it is. It's what it is. Who's that down there? Some foreign.
Yeah, but the stuff that aren't you working on 60-year-old stuff?
This isn't. No, this is probably 20 years old.
Oh, that's perfect. That's new.
Yeah, but little brass bushings tend to go a bit wonky, don't they? So I don't know what it is. It's just smashing the pinion gear up every time. So I'm going to put a new roller axle in and some new bushings as well. See if that don't fix it. If you don't fix it, I'll just say it as it is because I can't afford to keep going into it. So I've got my mate Hobby Motor. My mate Klaus, he's coming up too. I've also got Grandpa in the house. How you doing, Grandpa? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Wait, where's my fish?
I've also got Sparky Boy in the house. I've also got AJP in the house. And Mr. Briggs is trying to connect, but as of yet, he's not there. So we've got a bit of a full panel, which is nice to see. 60-year-old stuff. Yeah, well, some of it is sandy. Some of my stuff is actually 100 years old. Well, 90. My Dennis will be 98 years old next year. 98.
Wow. It's about as old as you then, isn't it?
Whoa, your dentist?
Did they have grass back then?
He's rude, isn't he? Hey, start as you mean to go on. Hey? Bloody hell. Some spot. You don't throw many stones in glass houses, do you?
Well, you've got to be quick on these days, you know what I mean?
Mr. Briggs.
I might just leave my remove button just hovering over your emoji for a minute. See how we get on with that. So yes, it's nice to see Bruce. And I know you have a bit of a not an injury, but you're a bit locked up in your shoulders and in your arms, Bruce. I see that, and you do struggle with it, as you call them, two-stroke yankers. They can be hard, can't it, to repetitively pull them over.
Just ask Scotty. Well, he's had a major problem with the two strokers at the moment.
We all look. We all have problems with two-strokes. In fact, the only person that doesn't is that. What's the name of that channel? He does it. He does his machines on a bench in his garden.
Oh, home something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Home.
yeah. Home garage could be.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you know what? He never ever has any problems with anything. Do you know what? He must edit his videos up because I tell you something. Everything he does, that man, it just turns to gold. There's me chucking streamers around the garden, kicking them, burying them. You know, everything that man does, he just absolutely brilliant, and it goes A1. There's me trying to tune a carburetor to death, and it just don't want it. But it happens. You know, at the end of the day, it happens. But you were working on a chainsaw, Bruce, weren't you? I think was it a chainsaw?
Yeah, I got some really interesting comments from my friends in the United States. They have not heard of the Champion chainsaw down there.
We have
But-
Champion generators and stuff.
Yeah,
but
lots of-
I haven't seen the chainsaw. Yeah.
I checked on it. There's been 2 million Champion generators sold in the States, but I got lots of comments on the lack of Champion chainsaws. And this one is 3 years old or so here. But it's a department store chainsaw. I got it running. I wasn't thrilled with how it was running, but the lady that took it home, she got her son to buck up a bunch of trees for her. That's all that's mattered, right?
Interesting customer, Bruce. She was kind of funny. I like her.
Yeah, and I'm doing another one for her right now. She bought a piece of land from an older gent, and I think she helps him out. And he brought in a 2003 Husqvarna 36, which is a trimming saw.
Yep.
Do you
And,
mean Husqvarna?
Yeah, how do you pronounce it?
Yes, he does.
There you go.
He means
I apologize.
Remember who's below you, Bruce. There you go.
Well, how's this one? We'll do Husqvarna 37.
So who's
Surprised he hasn't got a pint in his hand yet.
But the little 36cc Husqvarna, I haven't even got the bar on it yet, and it already runs better than the Champion did.
Well, you
It's
used
a
to be behind the bar, aren't you?
It's a really nice saw. It's a really nice saw. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's a cousin of the Poulan Pro, not the modern Poulan. The Poulan Pro is like the new Poulans are like the Champion.
Do you know what? That little saw I've got that little. I've got that little Komatsu saw. Do you know what? For what that is? That's 19. It's got to be 1970s. It's got to be all aluminium. You know, for a little tiny 14-inch bar. That, and I've got a bit of trumpet behind it. You know, and I lent it to my friend because I was repairing his home user saw for him. And he actually said, "Can I buy it off you?" I said, "No, because it's mine. I really like that little saw, and it's such a gutsy little saw."
Komatsu Sonora is really nice brand back in the day.
Oh, that down.
Really nice, yeah.
Well,
I've
mate,
never seen one.
I'll show you, Bruce. I'll show you.
All right, everybody,
I know-
I'm here. You all right, Stuart? You all right, Gravy Man? William, everybody? I'm just in the middle of doing playlist.
Komatsu is the big shovels and stuff.
Yes, yes.
Track hose, yeah. Track hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce. There she is. Isn't she a doozy?
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Right.
Solid
It
aluminium
almost looks like
You know
a
what?
hooked Pharma.
Yeah.
one. Nice.
Well, that's all a homeowner needs.
To be fair, you don't want to be working that for more than about 3 hours because it'll do your back in. It's quite a heavy little saw. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But my hair's gone in my chair. But
I could make a joke, but I'm not.
Poxy thing. But yeah, it's a real nice little saw. But I was having problems with the oiler on it, and I need to revisit the oiler because it's an atmospheric oiler.
Right.
And I think I put the ceiling upside down. I think so. I have to go back and have a little look at that. It does oil, just not very well.
They made a lot of trimmers as well, and they're really good quality. They last.
Yeah,
I've
got one, Klaus. I've got a Komatsu straight shaft trimmer or weed whack. I've got one, and I fired that up. I bought that about 5 years ago, and me being me, we always say a mechanic or a decorator's house is always the worst house. You know what I mean? I've never ever once done anything to that trimmer. Never once. I bought it for like 20, 30 quid. I was going to sell it on, but when I got it, it fired straight up, nice and light, and what have you. But I'll keep that. I've had it about 6 years now. I've never put a diaphragm in it, a new spark plug in it. I've never winterized it. Nothing. And every year, it takes 15 pulls, but after 15 pulls, it fires up and it'll run all day long. It's a real cracking little trimmer.
Yeah.
But
They're good machines. They're good.
yeah, I
machines.
like them. I like them a lot.
So would it have the little check valves in it, like the tank on the home light? Then the little.
It does actually.
There you go,
think
Ken. I stole your logo.
I haven't actually. I haven't actually been inside the carburetor to have a look, Bruce, because
Oh, you're talking about the
No, no.
duck bills on the tank or on the oil.
They let
Duct
the air
valve.
into the they let the air into the oil tank.
Yeah.
Or let the oil tank pressure up. So
I haven't seen that on Komatsu's yet.
Oh, there you go.
no, I haven't seen it because I haven't taken mine apart. But I am working on a nice. Have you guys heard of a
You like your stolen sticker, Ken?
a home
Beauty.
light lightning bug generator? You ever heard of one of them?
A what? Home light what?
A home light lightning bug generator.
Oh, it sounds small.
That's not the one you
yeah.
were talking about the other day. Was it like the Yamaha thing?
Yeah, I've got. Do you know what, Ken? I don't know what I've done with it, but I've got somewhere the gasket and diaphragm for that. There it is. There, look. It turned up just the other day. Old new stock. Got it, Ken.
Right on.
Beauty.
For the fuel pump. I'm
All
not
right.
going to tell you how much it cost me. Do you want me to tell you how much it cost me?
Probably what, 20 quid?
Yeah, £24.
Blimey.
I'm there. I pushed. I thought I've got to have it.
Well, you know, Nick,
And
you know what they
it come
mean
up-
when they say NLA on a part, NLA, no longer affordable?
Yeah. Well, I
Oh.
darn near fell off my stool when I saw how much it cost me.
Now, was that with
24
shipping?
Hell yeah, thank Christ! And guess what? It was only in Southampton. It's only 15 minutes up the road.
Gee whiz.
So anyway, I've got that. So that's for the fuel pump. So that's a real nice little 4-stroke compact suitcase generator. Again, 1980s, aluminium solid cast with a Yami engine. Fantastic for camping, but you won't want to put it in a little dinghy. Like, it'll probably sink the boat. It weighs that much. Because for a little tiny compact thing like it is.
Use it as a paperweight. When
It's a serious bit of kit. So hopefully I'll get that going now because I've done the carburetor on it already and just waiting for that there. But it's just been sat in the corner of my shed just doing nothing because I've just got so many parts in at the moment and so many bits I'm waiting on. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys waiting on parts still, are you? And Bruce, are you waiting on parts? I'm waiting.
No,
I'm always waiting on parts at the moment.
I got my parts Thursday for that home light
Wait.
saw.
Waiting
No,
on Briggs oil
Husqvarna
filters.
saw.
Waiting on Briggs oil filters. Back ordered. They'll be here in about 2 weeks.
Air filters or oil filters?
Oil filters. Oil filters. Yeah.
oil filters.
Yes,
Yep,
I have
oil
been. Yeah,
filters.
I ordered something the other week, Klaus. That was a Briggs bit, and that was coming from Netherlands. Can you believe it?
Yeah. Mine does too.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing in the country at all. I can't remember what it is I'm waiting on now. I think it was actually no, it wasn't a Strimmer part. It was definitely Briggs. It's a Briggs part. But yeah, it's going to take about 3 weeks. Come from Netherlands. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Scotty's in the
crazy,
basement apparently. Yeah, Scotty.
Me.
Now, while we're here, I have a sort of a
So
and I really have an issue, and I hope that you guys can help me.
There's a
Well,
straight
that's
for that.
personal.
well, some of your issues. Where are you going? You're going down. What are you doing down there, Klaus?
I'm trying to be helped here.
Okay. Well, that makes a pleasant change.
All righty. 500cc intake, single cylinder. It's got one of those Rixing Chinese carburetors, Briggs carburetors on it.
Nikki?
Yeah.
It's not a Nikkei.
Oh,
It's a RUIX.
Rixing.
Ruhang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, yes.
that Wuhan. That's the
Wuhan.
they look
Yeah.
like a Honda.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. The
absolutely.
Honda carb, yeah.
So the engine is very, very hard to start. It cranks. It does not start. If it does start, it starts like it's really starving for fuel.
Do you adjust the valves, his overhead valve?
Oh yeah. I adjusted the valves. I made sure the battery was fully charged, so we got full RPM at start. I did the works. It got full compression, everything. So here comes the thing. It's got a fuel pump on it. If if you completely assemble the engine and try to start it, it will not start. You remove the fuel inlet hose from the pump, it starts right up.
Oh, is it possible that the vacuum controlled fuel pump is wired in wrong and it's not blowing gas into the carburetor? It's sucking gas out of the carburetor.
Nope. I checked it because I took off the hose, cranked the engine, gas pours out.
Will it run if you squirt fuel into the carb and stay running?
It will start, but it will not stay running.
Right.
I'd say you
And
got.
here comes the thing. I replaced the carb with a non-OEM carb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Started right up.
Okay. Well, I did 2 carbs for a friend of mine that he just brings the carbs to me. He can do everything else. And I ended up taking a real Honda needle and put it in that Honda carburetor because it's kind of a tall aluminum with a fairly deep bowl on it that almost stands on its own. It's got 3 little feet.
Yes.
Yeah, is that the one? Yeah.
No.
Oh.
You got a picture of it, Klaus?
No,
You
it's
got
not.
a picture of the carburetor?
No, I don't. It's
so funny.
It's an OEM Briggs carb. It's got a Briggs stamp on it, but it's one of those Chinese Uric.
Yep.
My issue is that I pressure tested the hell out of that carburetor and it passed. I tested it wet. I tested it dry. I tested it everything.
Yes.
It passed.
Hey, Steve.
Steve. I put it on, and it does not start with the inlet hose from the fuel pump connected. You pull that inlet hose off, it starts right up.
Unless there's a leak in the diaphragms in the pump and it's sucking instead of pushing through.
Could be.
Carburetor does not have diaphragms.
No, the pump, fuel pump.
Hold on. Say that again, Ken.
If it's a diaphragm type fuel pump, if the diaphragm's screwed up, it could be sucking instead of blowing, not allowing.
But why would it? Yes, I get. Yeah, okay, that's good. Why would it start with a replacement carburetor then?
Yeah, that's true too. You are getting supply.
So
yeah,
have you tried a slave tank just hanging on a stick or something?
Yeah, just a gravity feed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we know you're smart. Sorry.
Do both
No,
work
that's
with a
fine.
gravity feed, Klaus?
Huh?
Do
Sorry?
both work with a gravity feed?
Yeah, no problem.
Then it's got to be in the pump or something, right?
It's got to be that pump.
I don't get it.
When it's
the
pumping,
carburetor.
is there fuel in a bowl? When
Say
it's
that, Henry.
pumping- When it's
Yeah.
pumping, is there fuel in the bowl? So
Yes.
first, so
I
you have
thought that
fuel in the
maybe
bowl.
I thought that maybe something had gone wrong in the carburetor and it was kind of flooding it from the pump. So
Too much.
I cranked it multiple times, pulled out the plug, dry as a bone.
But what I've seen though, you definitely not getting fuel. But what I've also seen, have you used any carb spray or anything where you could have swelled up the needle seat, that assembly, so the float now is not high enough, so it's not allowing enough into it?
Not before the test, no. Afterwards, after I cleaned it, yes. But I do always change the seat and the needle.
Okay, but you have a nice parallel float where it's not too high or too low. Okay.
Yes, sir. And it passed the pressure test.
Yeah. Huh.
Completely.
That's weird.
Everything's clean. All the motion tubes, everything's clean.
I would say the easiest thing to do to remedy this issue is quite straightforward, in my opinion. If you just put it on a pallet and send it to Top Conker, he will
be a good
dissect
video in any case.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, he'll dissect it for you, and he'll have it back to you in about 8 months.
I kept the carburetor because I simply don't get this. Because everything I've learned, everything I've seen, does not conform to this.
You got the model type and code for the engine that we could look it up later? Throw in the private chat. The model type and code.
I don't have it.
Not right now, but I'm saying later.
It sounds to me, from what you're saying, and obviously logically, it's not making any sense. But if you're putting a new carb on it and it fires straight up, then there's got to be a problem either with that carby
Yeah.
or between the pump and the carby on that
Yeah.
old carb. Now,
Yeah.
as we all know, it doesn't always necessarily come down to something like that. It could very simply be the gaskets in between the airbox and the carburetor or the insulation block. It could be one of those. When you switch it over for a new carby, it could just fit better against the facing edge against the block on the carb, and it's not sucking air.
Daryl had a video on that.
But
it could be.
I was wondering, does any of you know if there's any check valves or anything inside?
But what about how about Donnie Boy's video where he said there was a hidden screen behind the fuel inlet? Did you see?
Could be that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing.
There's not.
Okay.
So,
Hey, can I ask a?
Yes.
I came in late here, so can I just ask? Is it on Briggs and Stratton engine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so several years ago, I ran into a couple models of engines that had two different carburetors you could buy for the engine, but one was specifically for fuel pump and one was specifically for gravity feed because of the pop-off pressure in the needle. You had to get the one that was for gravity or fuel pump.
What was it? A spring-loaded needle, Steve?
Yeah, something to do with that. I'm not sure how they did the pop-off pressure, but there was only like a couple models that you had to specifically choose the right carb, whether it had a fuel pump or whether it didn't have a fuel pump.
Yeah,
that makes really good sense.
Does it have a spring on the needle, Klaus? Is it one of those like Nicky's where it has a little spring on the needle?
Nope. But I was informed by the owner that he had the carb redone at some point.
So that immediately tells me somebody's been fiddling with it, fiddle fairies. When they say the carby's been redone, what he didn't say was the carby's been redone correctly.
Yeah.
So your guess is as good as mine.
But that makes sense, Steve. It makes
Klaus,
sense.
to answer what you said before, though, you said you put an aftermarket Chinese carburetor on and it worked, right?
Yeah.
Well, aren't you done at that point? You leave it with the Chinese and you're done, or
absolutely.
You're just trying to figure out why it didn't work.
Yes.
It's one of these things. As a small engine guy, you can't just put a Chinese carb on something and say, that's done. We like to
think about it for weeks.
Why didn't that OEM part, God damn it, work?
It'll keep you up at night. Yeah,
exactly. It's what keeps us ticking over. I've got the same problem. Well, not the same, but I've got an issue with this Atco Balmoral. I've changed all the gearing and they're plastic gears. So now I've got the cylinder is A1. I bodged it, but it is A1 because someone professionally bodged it incorrectly. Okay. So I bodged that. That now works beautiful. I put a new pinion gear in, which is only about a 3-inch long shaft with a nylon gear, which goes inside the roller, and there's a ring gear, aluminium ring gear, which the pinion gear sits across. So there's no reason why that shouldn't just bed in lovely. Took it outside, graunchy as hell, and it's blown up the pinion gear within 20 minutes. So I put a brand new ring gear in at a cost of about 25 quid, brand spanking new ring gear, and the old one was a little bit worn, not a lot, just probably enough. Another new pinion gear, so there's another 30 quid. Put that all back in, and it's now A1. Sits as it should do. Everything is fine, greased up, nice and gentle, graunchy as hell. Not as bad, just a little bit. So I read on some forums that apparently the aluminium bushing, or the aluminium castings, and they have brass bushings inside, they wear over time, and it just offsets the pinion gear by about 3 or 4 mil, which is quite a lot actually. But it's enough. It's enough to offset that pinion gear to smash it up.
Is that something?
He's gone for a beer. Where's he gone? He's not here. Look, he's gone. Look, he's not here. Look.
I know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, so do I. Beer o'clock.
Mick, we got another celebrity in the chat. We got Jeremy, Mower Medic 1. He's in the chat.
Oh, right on.
Oh, Jez is there, is he? Oh, Jez, how you doing, buddy? Where are you? Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah, he wants to send a little Riley boy a T-shirt, which is nice.
Nice. Oh dear. You're right, Scotty.
Did you see Steve? Did you see Riley boy's message?
Oh, from Terrell?
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That was awesome.
How cool is that?
Oh, that was super cool. He kept going. He just kept going, doing his Carol howl. Woo!
Absolutely.
That was really cool.
Riley Boy was about 195 revs per minute at the time when he watched that. He was flat out.
No, that was cool.
There's no Briggs tester for that for how many revs he was kicking out. I'm telling you, he was off the chart. Oh yeah, he was good.
To
So,
do that
so
video,
far?
he had to go get all of his gear on, his teeth and his costume on just to do that for Riley. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, the other week I was just chatting to him pre his live stream. He was in the chair with no makeup on, let's say, and neither was Junior. And Riley Boy came into shot, and Terrell jumped out quick, went into the workshop, come back with his hat and teeth on, and got straight into character straight away. Yeah, because Riley Boy wouldn't figure that out. How come all of a sudden he ain't got his teeth in? All right, Klaus, where you been? Where you been then?
Beverage run.
New England IPA.
It looks like one of my urine samples. Bruce was trying to show you Bruce was trying to show you. Where's that Carby, Bruce?
Okay, let's have a look there. I'll be right there. I gotta bring up a second screen, right? Is that it? It's upside down. Is that it, Klaus?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that's the easy answer.
No, is that one got a drain valve screw in the bottom? This
Right.
one.
Okay.
I tell you what, guys, give me a minute. I'll go get it.
Perfect.
I think he's going to get another beverage.
Yeah.
He's got to run down the street though to get a refill.
Got a question from Dean. He's coming with a question. I've got a Briggs that'll run all day when started, but I have to inject fuel into the carb or cylinder to get it going in the first place. What's wrong with it?
The $1 million bolt.
Choke is not closing fully. Maybe
no primer, no choke.
It all depends on what Briggs it is, because I'm having similar issues. Can anyone figure out or tell me the problem with this?
He might have a classic. He might have a quantum. We don't know what he's got.
Could have the plastic E-series.
Yeah, I forget about the 550Es. I forget about those. Damn.
I have a problem with this. Anyone ever had this problem before?
It's warped.
A warped one.
Did you try 3?
2 or 3 gaskets? Yeah.
I tried 2 or 3 gases. I tried 2 or 3 second-hand plates.
I'll tell you, I got a little tip here for you that I've tried many times. A mechanic I used to work with used to take the two screws out, and if it still didn't seal where you're punching that primer and there's no gas squirting out of there, he would take bigger washers and then put the washers on those 2 screws that hold that on.
Oh, yeah.
And because of the big washers on there, it put more even pressure where the 2 original bolts weren't putting pressure. And so it would squish that down, and it would kind of
like a washer plate,
a little bit. That worked a lot for him.
So you're getting a bigger surface area of compression.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Bending it
back. Oh, Klaus, I know exactly what you're talking about, Klaus. That's the dreaded Nikki. That's the dreaded Nikki clone.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No. I'm saying it's made by Ruhan for Briggs.
Yes, but it doesn't have that weird.
It's the wall
internal white plastic thing. I know it's a regular float. Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't have Wellsprox inside. It's got like a half moon baffle screwed in inside.
Oh, it's like the old Kohler.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old sheet metal baffle inside and all that.
Yeah, I personally think just send that to Conker. He'll examine that for you, and he will give you a detail.
How rude they put a Briggs logo on that.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, those are on the fractional horsepower Briggs verticals.
Yeah.
Dean is saying it's a 3.5 on a Viking tiller. That's all good. Is it one where you have to prime it from the front or prime it on the side? Is it a flathead Briggs, overhead valve Briggs? What sort of Briggs is it? Because if it's like a classic engine and you got to pump fuel down the head instead of priming it, it's not working. That's just a gasket issue. I would say.
Is the tank below the carb, or is the tank above the carb?
Yeah. Mick, cork gaskets solves a lot. I did do that. I even got out me look, this is where I've been. I've even been making gaskets this week as well, out of that's about 2.5 mil, just slightly thicker than a gasket. I've been trying everything. I even tried Klaus's little gimmick. I remember, see, I do pay attention, Klaus. A little bit of sealant down the bottom.
A bit of sealant, but not too much.
Yeah, no, I threw that away as well. That didn't work.
Well, I got 6 of them in the shed. Yeah.
I might just sell it, Bruce, with a can of carburetor spray. So you got to spray it in there 3 times before it starts.
Try those bigger washers, Mick. You might be surprised. That works a lot.
Definitely. I'll give it a go. I mean, I am open to anything. You know, what I don't want to do, I don't want to go and buy a new Airbox cover.
And you don't want to give up.
Sometimes...
no, exactly. Yeah, hell, Bruce, exactly that. I don't want to go and buy a brand new part. You know,
sometimes
just to say it's fixed. It's a bit like Klaus, isn't it? I'll go and buy a brand new part and it works. I want to know why this don't work because it's the same cursing thing, you know.
Mick, sometimes the primer bulb itself. Are you using an OEM or Chinese primer bulb replacement?
Well, so there's something. Dean is saying there's no primer. The carb sits on top of the tank. Well, that is a classic, and the classics have a primer.
Blimey.
Unless it's a 440E.
No, it's a 350 on a Viking. Tell you what, Dean, email me up a photograph of it, mate, at your convenience, okay? Just so I can see it, because the problem is, there's my email address. The problem is that you ask. It's a bit like on Steve Small Engines live streams that he does. Steve does a rapid fire question and answers, and people say, "Oh, yeah, I got a machine. It don't start. What's wrong with it?" Well, tell me what it is. You know, give me a clue of what we're talking about. Because as soon as we see a photograph of it, all of us go, "Oh yeah, well that's easy." You know what I mean? So we need to see a bit more information, mate. So give me an email. And if you can do it within the stream, that's fine. And then we'll have a look at the engine, and then we're trying to help you out, buddy boy. Hopefully.
It's like I get comments. I get a comment on a video. It's not even related, and somebody will say, "My lawnmower doesn't start. Can you tell me why?"
That's a classic. I know that.
I get a few of those.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I get a few of those.
Probably just needs a spark plug.
Yeah,
exactly that. Could be.
It's probably just a spark plug. Yeah,
could be.
Could be.
Could be 100
very, very seldom.
Make sure it's not a torch.
Yeah.
You know what? This year I've always said I hardly have trouble with spark plugs. Hardly ever. And then this year I've had more bad plugs. You know, maybe
Bruce, you're a trendsetter. Last year it was the thing for the flywheel, the little
key.
Yep. Last year was the key from you, and everybody had problems with keys. Now you're saying now you're saying spark plugs.
Are you saying Bruce? Are you saying Bruce is a bit of a Jonah? Is that what you're saying, Klaus?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I loved how that flywheel popped off for you the other day, Steve.
I had one of those.
And you said you've never had to heat them or yank them with a puller or anything.
Not on that model. Those old 5-horse horizontal. Yeah. Hey, lawnmowers are different. Yeah, I've had to heat those and put pullers on. But I was
saying sledgehammer to it to come see. I said the word to come see.
Uh-oh.
I was waiting for that.
Tell you what, guys, we just make our secret words. Let's call it the chief, and he won't get it. The chief.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know exactly what you're referring to when you say the chief, my friend. I know exactly what you're referring to.
And a lot of people don't know this either, that when you're pulling a flywheel off, if the flywheel key is not sheared, they come off way easier.
Yeah.
But when the flywheel is sheared, or the flywheel key is sheared, it's smushed in between where it's not supposed to be, and it's jamming that flywheel tighter than it should be. So that's sometimes when you got to heat that up, and because it's really stuck on there now because the flywheel is sheared.
Yeah, like a seasoned
you have aluminum in there now, or sorry, aluminium in there.
There's those extra balls
again. Kind of gluing that thing on there. So
I had a customer
this
one
week.
time. He red Loctited the flywheel on. Nice guy.
Yeah, one of these weeks, one of the YouTubers this week got a nut on top of a spindle, and he couldn't get it off. He had to angle grind it off.
Yeah. I've had a steel chainsaw where no matter how hard I tightened the nut, it kept cutting the built-in key.
The molded-in key.
Yeah. So last stitch is that you kind of try it with a valve grinding paste and try and do something and then it gets it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was. If it was
Klaus, they had a couple different tapers on those too, where one wouldn't go down all the way. You thought it was, but it wasn't, and you tighten the nut, but it would really just spin and shear.
Yeah.
So there's a question there for Steve from Jeff. Hi everyone. Can I just ask Steve? I watched his video on pilot jets and had the problem with one that's a plastic insert. The hole in the end is blocked and it won't clear. Does he know where I can get O?
I think he ran out of space.
Yeah, I think he did.
I think you're only on so many characters.
eBay.
Yes.
Fill it out.
Yeah.
Well,
if it's plugged and you can't even get like what I use on all of them, I know it's probably specific for altitude and whatever, right? But I always use that little tiny 13 thousandths of an inch drill bit, and if you can work that through, that takes care of that surging problem. Like, I'm not saying every time it doesn't. Sometimes there is a problem with your intake gaskets are sucking air, and it'll cause that and everything. But boy, does that work most of the time.
I go up to 18,000.
For me, it does. Yeah. So Jeff, if you're asking where to get the little drill bit things from, online, I got links underneath those videos for going to Amazon.
Mick has the link for the part. Mick, didn't you find 2 or 3 of those?
There you go, Mick.
I bought it. Yeah. I bought a set of those, Mick. They're sure better than the
thumb drills.
plain ones.
Yeah, those are the thumb drills.
I like those.
They do break easily.
Yeah. Some of them.
See, I don't have an unlimited budget like you do, Mick.
Some people call those pin vices.
I
$3, Bruce.
I was actually given these by 2 separate subscribers. Both sent them to me off my Amazon wish list, and I've actually now managed to find this one here. I couldn't tell you because I need to wear. I do wear glasses, but not on live streams. I couldn't actually tell you what size that is. But all I'm going to say is that is Quantum and that other engine with the main jet. That is the one. If you've got any hunting issues, that's the kitty just there, and it sits completely separate in my carburetor box. And it just sorts them out. And I don't know. I'll have a look. Jeff,
burn your calipers. Burn your calipers. Yeah. Check it out.
Let me have a little look on my channel, Jeff, because I'm sure on one of my videos, if I go to one of my videos, Jeff, there might be a link to the old thumb drills in there. I don't know if I put it in there or not. You're not counting.
You also had Briggs part numbers for those pilot jets, the 3 different sizes of pilot jets.
Yeah. Read more. Yeah, there you go. Jeff, if you go onto any one of my videos, Jeff, and in the second comment that you'll see, it says tools I use. 1, 2, 3, 3 down. It'll have a link to the micro drill bit selection, mate. So any one of my videos, if you go to my latest one, which is my tiller video, that will show you on there my latest video, and also it will show you there where there's a link to that. Also, it's Amazon affiliate, so I'll earn a few pennies out of it. So there's Jeff. There's down there. Here he is. I'll talk to myself. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, mate.
Yes.
Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said, Jeff?
Yeah, I did.
Third one down in the tools that I use, mate. There's a link there for it, mate. Help yourself.
I've got some, Mick.
Oh, okay, but don't buy them then. Well, no, still buy them, but you know, whatever.
Well, I tried it on a drill press. Hello, Steve. How are you, mate? Great video.
Right on, buddy.
I tried it on a drill press, but because it's plastic, you've got to be very careful how tight you hold it, just to make sure the drill went in specifically.
What machine is this? Is this off, Jeff? Is it off a Briggsy?
Well, it's a throwaway, should I say?
Chonda.
Throw away. I had a full fair few of those.
Chonda.
It's what somebody bought from B&Q, mate. Put it that way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, don't mention B&Q and me.
The only thing worth having when you buy a lawnmower from B&Q is a 2-year warranty, as far as I'm concerned. That's the only thing that's worth having.
I know. This is a nurse, Mick. She lives on her own,
right?
And I just want to try and help her out a bit. She hasn't got much money, and it just wouldn't run. So what I did, I put it on my drill press, and I saw Steve's video about the 13,000 drill bit. So I put it on my drill press with 13,000 drill bit in, and gradually wound it down.
Yeah.
And it would not go, Steve. It's like it doesn't belong there. It's like it's just.
I got that video on my favorite.
So I can't understand.
Jeff,
So
you
what
got
I
to
did-
look at the drill bit through a loop, though, and make sure it's got a good point on it. A lot of those small drills have bad points, and they won't
Yes.
drill.
Can you back off? Can you
Hey
back
Jeff,
off?
if you take that drill bit and take a magnifying glass and look at the end of it, it's just a freaking wire.
Yeah. You gotta watch. Some of them are not sharp at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
What I would do is I would reduce the sizes and go down to one that fits, and then go up one, and then go up one, and then go up one.
Yeah.
Great idea, Bruce. Great idea.
The actual drill bit was loose in the hole, so I know it wasn't too big.
No.
It was loose.
Well, maybe you're going too far, and maybe it did go through the jet itself.
No, it didn't go through at all, Steve. Not at
How
all.
far did it go down, do you think?
Probably 2 mil.
Oh, yeah, that's not 2 mils, not through yet.
No.
About 2 mil.
I would
I
go.
got a suggestion for you. Did you have the
Getting lots of
drill
help.
in reverse?
Thank you, Steve. Steve,
I've done that once. Just
Steve, I love you so much.
I take it.
really
I
do.
take it you did actually have the drill turned on, didn't you? When you didn't just there's an on button on the wall. If you turn it on first, it tends to spin better.
Take the heat, Steve. Take the heat.
Mick, I love you too.
I would look at the tip just to make sure you do
Jeff.
have a good drill tip. Because sometimes
Mick,
they're
I love you
broken,
too.
or they're not sharp, or they're dull.
Yeah, I love you too, Mick. But you don't know that I could come out with some right language if I want to.
2 mil.
Yeah, but
2
you
mil.
see the
2
yeah,
mil.
but
You keep putting up with that.
Yeah,
Take
problem with
that drill bit, Jeff, and try it on a piece of plastic, not in that jet, just on a piece of plastic. See if it cuts. See if the tip will actually cut.
And not only that, Jeff, but I understand that you're northern and you have you have that vocabulary to talk like that. I also have an anti-northern button. It works just like that. So
What's that button? I never tried that.
I've got a question there for you guys. Got a Briggs 3.5 horsepower IC horizontal jobby, which sometimes starves with fuel when throttled up too fast. Checked everything from the fuel tank to the carby and had the carb off and cleaned, etc. And all good. Any ideas?
Screen.
Yeah.
So it's saying
On the
it's
tube.
Rusty tank.
if you throttle it up too quick, it's not picking up. So it's definitely a fuel. It's definitely a fuel starvation issue, isn't it? Something along that line.
If you when you take it apart, you see that little cup for the low part of the carb in the tank.
Well, yeah.
If it's rusty and there are holes in it, it's gonna act like it's not getting enough fuel because the fuel's not gonna stay in the little cup. It's gonna go down because it's got rusty holes in it.
I will also say, and despite what you're saying, Klaus, is that so many people just say to me, "I've done the carburetor and it's good." Just for argument's sake, there has been numerous occasions when I've cleaned a carburetor more than 4 times, the same carburetor, before it's actually worked, whether it be an ultrasonic cleaner or done by hand. So sometimes going back to the same issue of a carburetor where you're milling out the main jets or having a final clean or going over it again it may be third time's a charm. Not all carburetors react very in the same way after the initial carb clean. You only want to clean it like Bruce and I do in a tray, and you have one little tiny speck on your finger. You get your emulsion tube, and you just put that little tiny bit of dirt back in the tube again, which you think is now clean. You know, with carburetors, cleanliness is godliness. So if you cleaned it,
never happens to me, never.
But hey guys, though, wouldn't the 3.5 classic horizontal though have the long aluminum carb with the fuel pump diaphragm on the side?
Yeah.
Right. So if the fuel pump diaphragm isn't working properly, that one doesn't have a well, Klaus. That's the one that has the diaphram on the side, the rectangular one.
But it doesn't have a long tube at the bottom of the tank.
Properly.
It does. It does have a long, but some of the
long spout, about 3 inches long.
I can't remember. Was this a 5 horse or 3.5?
3.5 horizontal.
Okay, I'm just backing off now. Backing off. Okay, no problem.
Can I just say how I fixed it, Steve? I actually fixed it.
Okay.
I got a 12,000th. I did a 12,000th drill. I went down the side of the pilot jet and through. Just a hole, just a 12,000th drill right down the side of the jet. Well, because it is plastic. It's plastic, isn't it? It's sitting plastic.
Yeah.
I went down the side of the jet into the hole where the 2 holes come across. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thirsty machine. Yeah.
Whichever way it gets it there.
And I blasted it. I
have also known some of those little tiny jets. They do also have inside them a very, very small stainless steel gauze inside some of them jets as well, on different engines. So maybe the drill wouldn't go through the stainless steel gauze. I have seen that before as well.
Where was that?
I didn't say anything, mate.
Where do they have that stainless gauze? Where was that set?
A little bushing inside.
Yeah, inside the jet, there's a very small bushing, and that sometimes has a little tiny stainless steel gauze inside that. Because I've drilled through, I felt some resistance. All of a sudden, bop, it's gone in.
It could be tough and hard, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a theory right here.
Good,
somebody already tried to drill that out, Jeff, and broke the drill bit off inside. And the other drill bit won't go through the other drill bit.
Yes, baby.
I'm out.
Mick, I don't care what you say about those Canadians, all right?
Whoa. I've never
smarter than they like. All right, calm down, Ken.
I have never ever badmouthed any Canadians to their face. Not once. You can't say that.
I don't care what they say. Canadians are nice.
Yeah.
It's like
so back to that 3.5 horsepower horizontal. It depends on how old it is, right? If it's a really old,
I'll tell you what,
we said IC though. IC, so it's not that old, right?
Right.
It's a big punt to throw a brick over, isn't it?
Yeah. You have to remember as well, also, gents, is that some of the American engines, 3.5 horses, may be different to what we have over here. I don't know if RJL is from England or from the US. So there is that. I'm thinking it's the 3.5 horse with the really long straw.
Yeah,
is what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of.
Me too.
But it all depends where they are. But like I say, if you say you clean the carburetor out, I would go back, start from a tank, and do another clean, do another tank flush, do another clean, and try and be as clean as you can, because they don't all react first time. I cleaned that rotavator out just yesterday, done a video on that, and it worked perfectly. I went back half hour later on, hunted like an absolute pig. I then went back, took it off, put it through the carb cleaner, and it now runs lovely.
Mick, it says here from RJL that sometimes it starts with fuel. I was wondering if you got a worn butterfly valve.
Could be.
Sometimes they act up really,
like throttle shaft vacuum leak.
Close.
Yeah.
And they're such a pain in the neck to disassemble, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to.
You
got the springs, and you've got the governors, and you've got all that stuff in behind the tank.
Jeff, I'm sorry.
Oh, they're hard to disassemble. Jeff, sorry.
When you turn the butterfly with your hand, Klaus,
do
you feel any play whatsoever? Any play at all?
This is not mine. This was a question that came in. But if there is any play, it's going to act up funny.
Of course it is. It's going to draw more air in or more fuel than it should be doing.
Through the shaft,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so RJL is actually he's in the UK. He said, I'm guessing the carb's coming back off, but the carb looks all good, you know. But like I say, those RS100 engines that come off the Mountfield 414s, they are particularly tricky on old fuel. And unless you rim that main jet out, they just run like absolute pigs. And I've cleaned those carburetors 5 or 6 times off the bat. And then on the 6th time, it runs A1. And I did nothing different in my first carburetor clean as to what I did in my 6.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, you obviously did.
You know what? What made me realise, Steve? What made me realise with Steve?
I don't know why.
With that video, with that video what Steve did. With that video what you did, Steve, on the pilot jet, and you forced some cleaner through the jet at the front, and you saw 2 micro jets coming through into the Venturi.
Yeah.
You remember? Right. Nobody seems to think about if they clean or not. I didn't even realise they were there. You can't see them.
I have
when you look down the throat of the carburetor, you can't see them because you're looking at them sideways.
Exactly. And I think that's where some of the dirt sits sometimes, you know.
I took a fine piece I used a fine piece of wire bent at 90 degrees.
Yeah,
I think I stole the idea from Donny Boy and I stuck it on the end of a matchstick and
it needs 2 or 3 cleans to get rid of that, don't it? Do you think it might need 2 or 3 cleans to get rid of it?
I got to take off for 2 seconds here. I got to go get something I want to show you guys. We'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. Have you guys tried to clean carburetors the way Steve does it in the ultrasonic, but inside a container with gas and
every time?
No.
So I've got a
I went from a 50% success to like 90% success in cleaning my carburetors.
Now I can have a concentrated cleaner in there.
All that's telling me is you didn't do it right first time. So I've got an image of that Viking tiller that matey boy was on about. What was he saying it was doing? Oh, it wouldn't start.
It wouldn't start. Hard start.
Oh, that's confident.
That's a tiller.
Oh, crimey.
That's an old.
I like my tillers.
That's a nice engine.
I like my tillers.
So it's just a classic, isn't it? It's just a classic.
Yeah.
We agreed on that. Yeah.
With the side tank though.
Yeah.
So he's saying that it doesn't have a primer.
It should have a choke though, right? With the controls on the left.
Yeah, that thing on the left is the choke right there.
I've got one. I've got it in Shedmick. It doesn't have a primer.
Okay.
Sometimes though, it just has the single lever, and you have to force it all the way to the right to actuate the choke to close.
So what I would do, I think you're right, Ken. What I would do is I would take the airbox off, and when you're choking it,
does it close?
Yeah, just double check that the flap is closed because it may be
only oof on the end. Yeah,
it may want just a bit more wallop just to fully close it. The Quantums with the throttle control are renowned for it because the cables bend over time and what have you, and sometimes they don't start. And I've had so many come in where you just move the cable 3 mil towards the engine, you choke it, and it then fully chokes. So it could be that. I would look at that first if you have a problem.
I'll go down to shed and fetch it, you Mick, and I'll put it on screen.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I got to go refill my water.
Subject of Briggs engines.
I need more
got
beer,
a
so
bit of
see
a
you later.
question myself.
Hey, haircut.
Tim,
go again, Scotty. What
On the subject of Briggs engines, I've got a question myself. I've got a vintage style.
A vintage? What's a vintage?
Vintage.
What's a vintage?
Vintage. Yeah,
I've got
an old Mountfield. I've got an old Mountfield, like
an Empress.
Mountfield emblem.
An Empress.
No, emblem. Yes, not really old.
That's a new one on me. Have you ever heard that before, Ash? An emblem?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Okay.
The engine was completely shot on it. The connecting rod was not connected to the piston. it's snapped and it's caused the engine to be terminal.
Yeah.
Is there a way that I can rig up a Briggs Classic? Because it's a Briggs Classic with the metal air filter on. Is there a way I can rig that up because it doesn't have this deck doesn't have a dead man's hand on it. So where I can rig it up.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely still rig it. It doesn't have to have a dead man. You can work around that.
Yeah.
You can control it right from the motor.
Say again, Bruce.
It's alley deck.
I think you can control it right from the motor.
Yeah, either that, or you can just put a switch in up the top, so you can come off of the coil and run a wire up the arm, put a switch in it, so the switch is open to start it, and then you just flick the switch to turn it off. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, simple electrics, not something I would generally get involved in because me and electrics don't get off.
I would replace the conrod, Dick, but it's dented the bottom. It's dented the bottom of the engine. It's terminal.
It was moving.
It clearly had a lack of oil and tapped.
Yeah, it does. What got there? Where are we going? Where are we going now?
I got to check on Kimberly over here. Oh, there you go. He brings it into the kitchen.
Where else are you supposed to have your engines?
Yeah, well, you got yours in the basement.
There you go. So no primer then. Same engine, no primer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I'm with you. Okay, now I'm with you.
That's one of the best engines ever made, right there.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think we're all agreed. Is just a double check that is actually choking fully as it should be. It may be a question of you may have to the actual bent. Yeah,
Good
exactly.
job, Jeff.
That's what I was trying to say, Ken. Exactly. Right. You might have to check the rod on the choke. It may be slightly bent. You might have to straighten it back out a touch. Maybe someone's been in there beforehand.
Yeah.
And don't forget, there's a diaphragm in that carburetor too.
Mikey Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
So yeah, but what he's saying is that it won't start unless he gives it a bit of a squirt. So
it's not true.
Number one, what I would be saying is if you have to get a bit of squirt, are you squirting with carburetor spray? Because that won't do that diaphragm any good. You know, in the long run, it will kill it. So always try and
make it just go in there. The carburetor.
It's not getting the initial suck from the choke.
Yeah.
It could be a seating problem, Mick. A carburetor seating problem. It's getting air in.
Sucking air.
Yeah, could be sucking air. Yeah.
Which goes to even the loose shaft.
Well, when you get it running, Jeff, shoot some carb cleaner around the intake and everything and see if it's going
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
This one works fine. It's not my engine Mick's talking about.
I use a lot. Yeah, I use a lot of carb spray on gaskets.
Bruce, do you use carb spray?
Yes.
Bruce has got more carb spray in his DNA than any other person I know.
There's carb spray all over.
I'm starting to wear gloves now.
I think
you're going to grow extra fingers, Bruce, with all that methyl hydrate.
Yeah, Bruce doesn't actually use beard oil. He uses carburetor spray and then straightens it right out.
I like a bit of carb spray in the bucket. It's great.
Hey, how come the Pat Hayes or James from Hayes isn't up in the panel right now?
Because Jace from Hayes is probably drunk. I'm just joking. Jace is probably in his front room with his wife, and I know that he likes to sit down and have family time with his wife, what have you. And the only last time he commented was when his wife went out to make a tea, and he got his phone out to put a comment on. So that's probably the reason for that.
She told him he could be the boss.
Yeah.
Just for now.
Just for now.
Like everywhere. Yeah, we love that. Yeah.
Hey, Jason could be in the maid's outfit right now. We don't know.
Oh, there's an image I don't
Well, that's what I was.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Apparently, Dick is saying 6 cans of STP carb cleaner, £18. That's cheap.
Just don't get it on any rubber
parts.
parts.
To mainland Europe.
Hey Ken, how come you just said that?
I tried to order it.
I'm working on that video with all the seats. I'm getting it going.
James from Hayes says, are you watching through my window, Mick?
STP
That's
is the
exactly
worst.
what's happening.
Nice, James.
I'm working on a video, but I need to get the wife involved.
Oh, jeez. Hello, William.
William? Hello.
William's at work, I think he's at work.
I think.
Oh, he's
William.
froze. Yeah,
He's at
he's
work.
froze.
Yeah, he's at work.
Oops.
He froze.
Hey,
Someone's
Billy
trying
Boy.
to get in it. Let's get rid of it for a minute.
Mick, I tried to order that STP stuff because it's really, really good. But the buggers wouldn't send it to me.
Oh, it's dangerous
what?
good.
No, they
It's
wouldn't
dangerous
send
good.
they wouldn't
Well-
send it to me.
Where's it coming from? From UK?
Yeah.
Well, just order it, put my address on it, and then I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Or no.
Will the cans still be full?
Yeah,
I
third party. Third
I
party.
guarantee you, you'll get all 4 cans.
When you order 12,
Cans, yeah. Exactly.
I use a lot of
honestly,
carb spray, guys.
I got so annoyed when they wouldn't send it to me that I ordered 6 cans of CRC from the local dealer. So,
Oh, there you go.
At the
Honestly,
moment,
Klaus,
I don't know
I
about
thought he
you
was
guys.
going to say 6 cans of beer then.
At the moment,
Sorry,
even
Jeff,
just
Jeff,
posting anything in the post at the minute. I posted a wheel, a Quocast lawnmower wheel. The mower man contacted me and said his friend has a Quocast broken wheel. Do you have a spare? Yeah, I've got loads. I went down the postie today and they said, have you got any guns, petrol, knives? And I said, no, it's a lawnmower wheel. But he's got to read off. It's like going on a plane now. You've got to read all this stuff off. Just, and if you say carburetor or spark plug, you get put up against the wall.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You do.
Well, it's a dangerous good.
And it started. I mean, I buy all my engine oil. I buy that in Germany because it's way cheaper than in Denmark. So yeah. And
I had a couple of
some companies they won't sell. They won't send it.
No,
Because-
I had the same problem. I had a couple of old Zippos I wanted to get repaired because they've got a lifetime guarantee, ain't they, Zippos? You can get repaired.
Yeah.
You try sending them in the post. I went down to the post. I said, yeah, two Zippos. Can't send them because of petrol. There's no petrol in it. They're empty.
Yeah,
They wouldn't take it. I had to travel 5 miles down the road to another post office and say, yeah, it's a pack of cards. And off it went. And it clearly said on the front, Zippo factory.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
I've got 3 here.
Jack Daniels. That's my favorite whiskey. Second favorite whiskey.
Second favorite.
Second.
The first one gave you a headache.
Canadian Club is my favorite. So.
Connor says he can't stand carb cleaner. It makes him feel bad when it gets on his skin. Well, I don't know what Bruce's skin is made of because literally Bruce he drowns everything in it. His camera,
Teflon.
the worktop,
Bruce
the
is
light,
made of Teflon.
Bruce is made of something. I tell you, he just sprays it everywhere.
I've been taking hints from you guys, and I'm trying to wear the green gloves with the dimples on them that don't fall apart as soon as the spray gets on them.
Just remember, Bruce's
Yeah.
hands are already embalmed from all the carburetors.
Yeah. They won't rust. They won't decay. They're just it's gonna.
So they're
last
good.
forever.
So who had?
Too late.
But I also have a jug of water right there that I right off camera.
Who also has who's ever even whilst doing videos, I've done it. You sit there, right? I sit right here, do my carb cleaning. I get my carb spray. If I'm using carb spray, I put it down the old main jet, give it a squirt, and it comes right back in your chops where it's come through the carby, straight into your mooey.
Into your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Oh,
nice,
yeah.
man.
I use contact lenses. Try it with that.
Yeah, I must be doing something right though, because 5 years ago my hands this time of year were all split and cracked and everything, right? And now they're pretty good. Like I don't have that bleeding cracks by your fingernails anymore. So I am paying more. I'm paying attention.
I'll tell you what, Bruce. In 150 years' time, when the archaeologist comes along and digs you up, what they'll find is a pair of perfect fucking hands.
Yeah. Preserve.
With fingerprints and everything.
Mikey Yo-Yo says he tried sending some biscuits to America and they got returned. Yeah, I know that Sparky, he had the same problem. He was sending some fudge or something. I did the same, pretty much the same thing to another family out in America. And he put, chocolate fudge, blah, but it got returned. And I just put gifts, and it went straight through.
Yeah.
I have an old colleague who lives in California. She's Dane, but she's married to an American, and we exchange gifts on a regular basis. I get American products I like, and I send Danish products to her. And her husband kind of liked the word for Danes have for shaving cream, and so I just made a box and I dumped in a thing of shaving cream. It came back. That's a pressurized container, sir. You cannot send that. I said, it's really, really dangerous. It's shaving cream. Yeah, you can't send that. So
Because they're afraid on a plane.
That happened to me, Ken. Unfortunately, I did put it in Mrs. P's suitcase. I put my shaving.
You got searched at the airport.
It weren't funny. I put a big new tin of shaving foam in her suitcase, and we got to the destination in Spain, and all of her nice white trousers and tops was all blue.
Mick, you want to hear a funny story about putting luggage, though? My first time I went to Germany, it was like 1993. We're in Frankfurt Airport, and I don't know if anyone's familiar with Frankfurt Airport. As soon as you walk in there's a sex shop called Dr. Mueller's. Okay.
Yes.
So it's got to be okay. Anyway, I was young. I was only like 20-something years old. Wait. So as we're going home, this is the funny part. As we're going home, we all went into Mueller's, grabbed a bunch of for the ladies' accoutrements or whatever, and we stuffed it in our friend's luggage. Okay. So he's going through X-ray, and they're like, "What do we have here?" And they open up the luggage. There was like 13 pieces of sexual paraphernalia. It was hilarious.
To be perfectly honest, in Germany, they're used to that sort of thing on a day-to-day basis going through.
Well, when they saw an American going through and they saw all the stuff in the luggage, they're like, "Sir, what is this for?" He had no idea we put it in his luggage. And he was like,
Mueller isn't in the Frankfurt airport anymore.
Oh, no. Well, I said it was like 93, 94. But the only thing that concerned me when I went to Frankfurt Airport, I go into the bathroom or the loo, whatever you want to call it. I go in there, and there's a woman in there cleaning. Okay. And I figure when she sees a guy walk in, she'll walk out. Nope. So I'm standing at the stand-up urinal, and she's like right next to me, cleaning the one next to me. And I'm like, hello. Like it was nothing.
They don't care.
To be perfectly fair, Ken, I had a similar shocking experience. I once took my grandma into an adult sex shop, and she purchased a product. I told her to put it back. It was a fire extinguisher.
I was gonna say a thermos.
This channel is going off the rails.
You can always tell when a panel is going off the rails when a certain somebody comes into your basement and he looks very similar to that.
Oh, you look good.
No.
Good morrow.
I will succeed, maybe.
Dr. Mueller himself.
Look at the state of that.
Dr.
No way. Hey, it's nice to see that you actually got dressed.
It was very early in the morning after a very late night. And it was very good. And it was very good.
Did you did someone FaceTime you the other day and conquer very early in the morning?
It was quite early. I did have a phone call about 8:30 in the morning, and it was a bit of a surprise. I wasn't quite ready.
Who FaceTimed you?
Riley FaceTimed
did he?
me.
And what did Riley make you do?
And Riley made me sing him happy birthday, and I did sing him happy birthday.
Good for you.
Way to go, Conquer. Way to go, Conquer.
Happy birthday to Riley boy, He is a top boy. He really is. Loving the bits. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant boy. I mean, I know Mick says about it, but he's brilliant.
Did you see Terrell's birthday message to Riley boy?
I just saw it, mate. Yeah, because we've been out. I've been out all afternoon, and we come back, and that's the first thing I checked to just see if you're on. Yeah, that was brilliant, wasn't it? Good for him.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. He's a good old boy, Terrell.
He is. Yeah, it's very kind of him as well. Which is.
Mick, can I just say happy birthday to Riley boy? I'm sorry I missed it.
no such thing as missing it because Riley is now celebrating his birthday for next year already. He's planning for it. So every day's a birthday.
I can't tell you guys.
He's
He
so
was
sweet.
Happy birthday,
completely on the
Riley.
wall.
Yeah. Right.
He
So,
called-
so, so, say again, Con.
I can say he was completely off the wall when I spoke to him this morning. He calls me Onker.
Onka.
He calls
There's
me
a reason
Onker,
for
bless
that.
him. And he was completely beside himself with joy. It was a pleasure to see him. Honestly, it really was.
But
He's a happy
we,
boy. He really was.
we wrapped up Riley Boy's presents for him as you would in any family, and he come downstairs about 6:30 in the morning, absolutely gunning for it, and he was getting through about half of his presents. There had been about 5 or 6 presents there, and they were all the trampoline boxes and what have you we bought him, and then it dawned on us because Riley Boy has to have a medication first thing in the morning to slow him down, to ground him. Yeah, he has to have it. Otherwise, he's like a Tasmanian devil. And it dawned on us quite quick that actually he hasn't had his medication yet at about 9:30 in the morning, and he was running at about 155 mile an hour, full throttle with no oil. He was sweaty, rosy red cheeked, and then of course he saw Terrell's video as well. I've just about done him in. He didn't know what to do.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was lovely. Lovely to see it, mate. Well done.
So, how's your lawn racer Conquer? All right, mate. Have you sorted it yet?
Leave it.
All right. Okay.
Mick, remember
Yes,
telling
mate.
you last week? Remember me telling
Say
you
again.
last week? Remember me telling you last week I was doing that first service for ever.
Hi, everybody on the panel. Hi.
You
did
were doing what? Yeah.
A first service for a lady's mower. My first project ever.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember now.
It went a treat. Thank you very much.
There you
It
go.
really did.
There you go.
And-
So you should never apply too much pressure on yourself when doing bits and pieces. It doesn't go down well.
And I
Unless
sold
you're
one today.
Channel.
I actually sold one today.
Oh, well done you. There you go.
I
Well done,
actually
Jeff.
sold one. Couldn't believe it.
That's what you
I
want.
actually sold one.
Well, I'm actually I'm quite good sort of regards at the moment. So a bloke come in today with a Honda HRX 476 with a no drive and no start issue. That's done. I think I had the machine about 3 hours, and I messaged him say, "Yeah, it's done now." And he's like, "No, you're joking, didn't you?" "No, it's done." You know what I mean? If you can turn them and burn them in the same day, because so many people are now saying main dealers 3 to 4 weeks wait time, 3 to 4 weeks before they can even look at it.
I bought that mower home, Mick, and I'd done it within an hour. And I rung her up and told her. She says, "No, you haven't, have you?" I said, "Yeah, it's done. It's all ready." She says, "So quick."
Hi,
I said,
everybody
"Yeah,
up there. Hi.
job done." She says, "I'll bring it over for you as well if you like." She's over the moon, Mick. Honestly, over the moon.
That's what you want, mate. That's what you want. Dick Small Engine is saying, Ken, do you have Ann Summers over in America?
What is that?
Are you eating again? Are you eating it? You are, aren't you?
Triscuit. I love
Triscuit.
those. Triscuit. I love those.
Don't you know what Ann Summers is, Ken?
I know Suzanne Summers.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Just get your phone out, Ken, and just Google Ann Summers. See what comes up. You'll be surprised. It'll open your eyes up.
Very
yeah,
surprised.
so open his eyes.
Says Ann Summers.
By the way, Ken. By the way, Ken, when you get up, just show your wife.
Oh, look at the eyes.
I
Now
like
look.
Ann is nice. I like it.
Yeah, show your
Look at
wife.
the eyes.
Ken.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I feel something. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Okay. Wait a minute.
What do you mean you feel for that?
All right, no, I'm good.
Now, you know as well as I do, without them little blue tablets, that won't happen. You know that.
Hey, Mick, you notice that as soon as you mentioned it, everybody knew what you were talking about.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, Mick, it's funny. My wife's name is Valerie, so I call it Valagra. So
Nice.
not that I need it. I don't.
No, of
Mikey,
course not.
exactly.
We understand.
Mikey Yo-Yo says he gave away 5 non-runners for 20 quid as they were all was a hunting Honda. There's no market for them at all, mate, apparently. A word. Bring them down here, I'll have them. What are you chewing on now?
Minfest.
The only thing, Klaus, there's nothing nutritional about that. And Twinkies have a half-life of about 400 years.
That's it.
But they are so good.
Oh, they are. But they'll last. They're like in the pyramids. You know, they're there forever. You know.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that's what they put in the army ration packs nowadays.
Yep.
They make Twinkies where I live that are pink and they're covered in coconut sprinkles.
Oh wow!
So it's kind of a little bit of a little strawberry flavor or something because of the pink coating.
I like
it's a Twinkie just covered in pink and then coconut. Oh, good Lord!
They have chocolate.
I'm coming back to Canada.
They have chocolate too with white cream.
Hey, Klaus, I would send you a box of those, but they're perishable. So sorry. Can't do that.
Poor Klaus. You can't even get carburetor spray.
There you go. There's my biscuit. Liquid lunch, Klaus. Liquid lunch. There you go.
I have locally brewed New England IPA. Same thing. Yeah.
Hang on.
Lucky. I spent a lot of time with Lucky in a hotel room. Hey.
Yes, Steve.
It's
Was that a sample you got there, mate? In that glass?
Wow, he just pounded that whole glass in like 1 second. I'm impressed.
Oh, it's only Foster's. My boy drinks
Foster's.
that.
I used Foster's once on one of my videos, and I got so many comments from Australians saying, dude, we don't even drink that crap over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember the logo, Steve, right? The logo, it says Foster's, Australian for piss.
They used to sell a lager over here called, I think it was called 3 Kisses, Conker, or 4 Kisses? 4X, wasn't it? Yeah, 4X.
4X, yeah.
I remember going into Brighton once and ordering 4 Kisses and he got a black eye.
Hey, there's Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy.
Hey, Kimberly.
Oh, there she be.
Kimberly.
Where are you?
Hey, Kimberly.
Where are you? I can't see you. Oh, there you are. There she is.
Hello,
Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly.
Woo. Don't scare anyone, Mick.
I was gonna, she's smiling away. She's fine. She loves that. Yeah, she is.
Hi, Kimberly.
Good girl. How's she doing, Bruce? You doing okay, buddy?
She actually had a fever the last few days, but now she's feeling a little better. Just
that's good.
nothing serious.
Good. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Well, as you know, I went to another. Sorry, Bruce. Your microphone. Is she gone?
Yeah. She's actually shyer than me.
I don't believe that for a minute. You wait till I come around your house, Bruce. I'll show you how not to be shy.
I can tell Bruce is camera shy.
Just count all your tools before he leaves. Go through his pockets before he leaves, Bruce. That's all I'll say.
Pardon me, Phil?
Just go through his pockets before he leaves.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. I'm going to come down to where Bruce lives one day. We're going to have a weekend together. It's going to be great. Well, it's going to happen, Bruce. I'm telling you. Just prepare yourself.
Okay. I must admit, Bruce,
Mick, let me know. I'll go to Edmonton with you any day.
Well, the thing is, it's a bit double-edged because my family actually live on Vancouver Island. That's where they come from. They live over Vancouver.
Honestly?
Yeah. I've got my uncle Leo, my cousin Veronica, and my cousin Helen all come from Vancouver. They emigrated over to Vancouver, about 25 years ago. Yeah.
What city though?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. Anyway, because I don't know. So they're over in Vancouver. So I'm thinking I might do a 2-week holiday. Spend a week over in Vancouver, and then go up to I'm not going to say whereabouts he is, but nip over to go and see that gentleman there, and raise the roof in his garage. Take Frank out for a good burn up.
Red Deer.
It'd be good. Yeah, I am planning it. Hopefully, it should be good because I mean, Canada's not that expensive to get to. It's just expensive to get back out of it. That's the thing.
It's just expensive to cross it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Pardon me
it's
for
in
being rude here, guys.
It's on
Now,
my bucket list to do.
Bruce, I gotta ask, Bruce, would it be economically better to fly to Toronto and drive to you, or fly to Seattle in the U.S. and drive to you?
If you flew to Toronto, it would take 3 days to get to my house.
Yeah. How about from
Isn't
Seattle? How about from Seattle?
Isn't there another little airport? Isn't there another little
Huh?
airport near you, Bruce? Isn't there? There's an airport relatively close to you, isn't there?
There's two cities in Alberta, major cities. Whoops. One's Edmonton in the north, and one's Calgary in the south, sort of. And they both have international airports, great airports, and I'm exactly halfway in between. So whenever we go somewhere, we always try and get the cheapest ticket from whatever airport we
How
can
far
get
from how far from Calgary to your house?
to. 90 miles. I'll go miles.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
Driving.
That's not
And exactly
bad.
the same distance to Edmonton too. We're
Hey,
oh,
hey, Bruce, I
Mick-
just did a map quest. From my house to your house, the drive is 36 hours, 34 minutes.
without
There you go.
stopping.
So
Without
Mick, we'll
stopping.
meet in Calgary and we'll
It
rent
says
a
light
car
traffic,
and we'll
though,
go
so.
to Red.
The only thing I'm a bit concerned of is them guys with the red coats and the big wide brim hats. That's the only thing that sort of puts me off.
Don't worry.
Don't
We'll
worry.
figure that out.
It's not that. It's just any man that wears knee-high leather boots and thinks he's tough is just not kicking it for me. I just can't.
Hey, don't knock
You've not
it.
been to Italy lately?
They always get their man.
Bruce, it's at 2,600 miles, but there's light
That's
traffic.
the one thing. That's the one thing, Bruce, that scares me. They always get their man, so that's a bit that worries me. I don't know about you guys, but in the UK, our police force have cars, and when you get arrested, you get put in the back. So when you get arrested by a Mountie, where do you get put in the back of a horse?
Oh, that's all Dudley do right.
Just get
For Dudley do right.
I don't have that many encounters with the RCMP anymore.
Anymore?
No, I used to drive. I drove. I loved speed when I was a kid, and I was always speeding, and my demerits, which is a thing you get against your license, was always 13, 14, 13, and they take your license away at 50.
Oh, you're racing the Mounties horses or what?
No, I used to go racing downtown in Calgary at night. Bad.
Oh. Hey, Bruce, I've done that. I've done that in Calgary.
Down on 4th Avenue, I know.
You betcha. They used to call it something in Calgary. There was a name for that, but yeah, I've done that.
Well, there's two. There's the something mile, which is on 17th Avenue, and then there's the other one on 4th Avenue. But it's been, that was 45 years ago, right?
Yeah, you can't do that now. No.
You can't even get downtown hardly.
Yeah. That's funny. You used to do that too. Wow.
I had a 68 Camaro. I had a 68 Camaro.
Yeah, I used to drive a Nova. I can't remember what year it was, but it was a Nova all souped up, and that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Out of Vauxhall Viva.
Yeah, but that's not going to measure up here, Jeff. Really. It's a nice car, but it's not going to measure up.
A Vauxhall Viva?
Viva.
My first car was a Beaver. My first car was
no Beaver. Viva.
V-A.
My first car was a Volkswagen. Volkswagen Bug was my first car.
Partners, we went out to some friends for some lunch. I had to get smarted up.
Conker's first mode of transport. You had to feed it one end and carry a bucket for the back.
I was waiting for that.
Do you like the shirt, Mick? Hey?
Doesn't look very smart though, does it?
Bit quality, innit? Bit quality there, boy. Bit quality.
So you went out. Where did you go with
M&S.
Excuse me, no, eBay.
I wouldn't speak about eBay too much. Klaus can't even get Carburetor spray posted to his house.
No, I can't. No.
I'll send you some out, Bruce.
Seems to have a hole in that car.
A boy 6, you can have one.
Do you have a Princess Auto around you, Steve?
No, the closest Princess Auto is Victoria, which is an hour and 45-minute drive.
I know the drive. Yeah. It's funny, if you go back roads, it takes a day and a half, and if you take the highway, it takes an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We have one in town. They had the big cans of the Clean Flow, the big ones, and they had them on sale at Princess Auto last week for $4.99 a can, which is cheap for Canadian.
Funny enough, the last Princess Auto I ever stepped foot in was in Red Deer.
Well,
I'm not kidding. My brother used to live in Red Deer, and we went in there, and I don't even know what we bought. Something for his boat trailer.
It was on the north side, right? 67th Street on the north side. Half a mile from my place. But now it's way down on Gasoline Alley towards Calgary, like on the way out of town towards Calgary. And they got a big, huge thing, like it's almost like a Walmart.
Hey,
excuse me for eating in front of you.
I was just gonna say, guys, I got 2 packages in the mail in the last 2 days. You guys want to see what I got? You're gonna think this is pretty damn cool.
Yes.
I gotta show you this. Yeah, blow me up. Watch this. First of all, check this out. I got a little package here from Double Wide 6.
All right.
Bob, check this out.
It's a good man.
No,
that's cute.
Double Wide 6.
Oh man, I got to get me one of them.
Isn't that's not the best part? That's not the best part. Check this out.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, he bought this for me at a garage sale. This is unbelievable. I can't believe he gave this up. I'll keep this till the day I die.
Yes.
Red chainsaw. There is not one piece of plastic on this. It is solid metal.
No way.
Look, what's that? It's a beer bottle opener.
Oh my lord!
This is the coolest thing ever.
What's the size of the engine in that?
Not one piece of plastic on that.
How many cc's?
Steve, is that shirt in a real man size?
4 cc's. And then he gave me some stickers too. I got some stickers on my toolbox now. Oh, you can't really see that.
I need to go over to see Bob and get me some merchandise.
Sorry, Jude. Thank you, Bob. If you're even watching this, thank you for that. But you got to see this too. This guy's name's Tony Anthony. I can't pronounce his last name. He sent me this. This is super badass.
Okay.
What's this?
What is that?
Oh, a chainsaw vise to go in your vise?
It's heavy. This thing is like, I don't know how much this weighs.
Yeah, so you can mount the saws to it, right?
Nope.
No?
Carburetor. A carburetor.
Yes. Here, I'll try to tip that down.
Yeah, I like that.
A carb
Here's
stand.
a carb. Zama carb. It works with Zama or Walbro. You just slip it right on those pegs.
That is super cool.
And now it holds it up.
That is cool. Yeah.
And you can't tip it over. It's super heavy.
Yeah.
So you fix this part of your carb, and then you just take it off, slip it back on, and do that side of the carb so it's not rolling around on your bench.
Wow.
I like that a lot.
Who is that from? Anthony what?
His name's Anthony. His last name is spelled something like Piccio, something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Picasso?
That's pretty neat, eh? He made this. He didn't buy this and send it to me. He made that.
As we all know, putting that little tiny spring and the needle. You know what I'm saying, Bruce? Right? You know, all of these get in the way whilst trying to hold the carb. So that's brilliant. You can now just literally plop it on top. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I
That's a lovely tool.
In fact, I have a friend of mine.
I'm jealous.
That actually sends stuff to me all the time. So maybe he could. All right, Klaus. Maybe he could make something up and send it over, Klaus.
I'll tell you what, mate.
No.
Steve, that would wait too much.
Steve, can you send me some dimensions, mate?
Some what?
Dimensions. Measurements.
Dimensions. Dimensions.
Get your measuring tape out. Get your measuring tape out. Mulligan.
Can you imagine? Don't say that because Conqueror actually do it.
Hold up. Because this would mean Conquer would have to weld 2 pieces of metal together to get that right. Okay. He can't even sort out the driving a lawnmower. How is he going to manufacture that thing up? That's going to take
Somebody
him 4 years.
call
to
the
do that.
fire brigade now. Get it pre-prepared.
But
I
look,
could use. Be there in a minute. Hang on.
I got to show you this. I got to show you this too. This is crazy. The guy must be a machinist. Blow me up one more time. Okay, you see this? You see this little recess? This little recess right here? It's so you can. It's so you can open your butterfly on your carburetor, open and close while it's on there, so it doesn't hit.
So I wonder if you can't manufacture that, not to have the stand on it, but so you can put that into a vice. Just bump, clip it in a vice, do the vice up, bump, done, isn't it? So you can work on it.
Way in front of me, man. You're way in front of me.
You know what I mean?
The only dimension you need would be the space between the studs.
Where's he gone again?
There we go.
Where you gone again?
We've been waiting here.
How many are we talking?
He only turns up to get bloody smash up, boy. I tell you.
I actually love that idea. I could use that on the Honda carburetor, Steve. You know, where you stack up
the clever bit, Bruce, will be that you make it universal. The clever bit, you make those two centers universal.
Yeah, well, threaded holes.
Oh, Bruce, I was working on a Honda yesterday where I had to put the gasket, insulator, gasket.
Well, don't you use the?
I'm with you there, Paul.
Take sliders. You use the stack method, though. You just take two bolts, cut the heads off, and stack them, and then pull them out one at a time.
That is not my bugbear. My bugbear is once you get all of that together, you still can't get your finger in to put your crankcase breather pipe on. That's my bugbear.
You do that first.
I can't get my hands in there, bro.
Oh yeah, right. You got sausages.
Hands like Vintins. That's the trouble.
Exactly.
I would rather work, and I still think the Briggs Quantum carburetor is the most intelligent, clean, easy to use, invented carburetor. Compared to a Honda, that Briggs carburetor just is the best.
Absolutely, Bruce.
I've got to agree.
Spot on.
Right, shall we have a guess what it is? We're not had a guess what it is for a little while, have we?
Yes. Let's get it.
Go. Let me do that. Let me get rid of that comment as well.
Steady boys.
Get rid of that. Right. So for those of you that are new to the house, this is where we do a guess what it is competition. I've got an object which somebody has sent in, and I've blacked out a bit of it, so you can't see the whole object. And if you guess it right in the chat, then you get to win some of Bruce's shop's merchandise. You get a Bruce's shop cap, a Bruce's shop figure. Oh, sorry, Bruce doesn't do merchandise yet.
I am working on some stickers.
Oh, fantastic! So you can get some of Micks Mowers cheap and tacky tack bottle opener, key ring stickers. I've got 1 pen left, I think I got. So let's have a little look. Heads down, bums up, and tell me what this is. I want to know exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Oh, not that.
What the?
Yeah, got it.
So I want to know exactly what it is and what it's used for, please. For those of you that have a clue, then put it in the old chat, and then we'll go from there. I always find with Guess What It Is games, it helps if I do this.
Not helping, Mick. It's not helping.
Okay. Sorry, Steve. So let me know what you think that is in the chat, and we'll see how we get on. I want to know exactly what it is, what it actually does.
Go on silent. Go on mute.
Yeah, you're coming. We're doing the whole thing there, Jeff. Oh, he's got the earphones.
Needs tweezers, a t-shirt, a clutch, blade adapter, no, flywheel, blade boss, no. I thought I saw it. Someone is quite close, but I want to know exactly what it does. Yeah, that'll do. I've got a winner. That'll do. That's about the best one I've got. So the winner is going to be. Where were you?
Counterweight.
Now, lots of people are saying a blade boss. It's not a blade boss. It is a
blade adapter. No,
not a blade adapter. No.
It
Where did
almost
I
looks like
see
a coupling half.
Someone knows exactly what it is. That one was quite close. Yeah, hang on, I'm getting there. Where was it? There. I think that's the first one.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Flymo
Now,
blade
now this is open to interpretation. It is a blade
Oh, I
adapter.
actually should have gone over
degree,
to the Flymo and looked.
but it is actually a blade spacer. It actually, yeah. Someone's saying blade Flymo adapter. It is. It's a blade height adapter for a Flymo. So, do we have someone that says that?
Oh.
Well, give me a second. I'll do it.
Blade adapter. Cheers, Steve.
RJL Garden says Flymo blade spacer.
Where do you say that?
Okay, there you go.
RJL Gardens.
RJL Gardens. RJL Gardens.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
829, Mick.
No, but
Yeah, I don't know,
before Tommy Hanlon said Flymo adapter.
Yeah, but it's a blade spacer.
Oh, okay.
There, that's the one
RJL
there.
Gardens, yeah.
That one. That's the one I wanted. Blade, yeah, that'll do. A Flymo blade spacer. It's not an adapter. It is a spacer for adjusting the height on your Flymo mowers. So
Nice job,
you are
RJL.
I think we'll have you, RJL. So if you would like to give me an email, there is my email address. You just won yourself a Micks Mowers sticker, pen, bottle opener, or keyring. Email me up. If you don't email me up, you don't get. It's as simple as that, because I will not remember. It's as straightforward and as simple as that. So that's the first giveaway. I do have one or two others. Let me find something a bit more obscure. Yeah, let's try that
Klaus,
one.
I can't even keep up with you right now, buddy. Would you slow down?
It's only half glasses. It's no problem.
He's got it.
That's what you call that.
there, mate.
I am
Oh, look at
guessing.
that. We're starting to drink out there. Okay, there's one.
I am
two,
guessing
three,
there will
four.
be one or two of you that may even get this. I think this may go quite quick. So here's your next one.
Got it.
Oh, it's not that.
Yeah,
Hey,
good.
Donker,
I got it. Done.
that's a danger sign. Oh.
Klaus wins.
What's that?
Is that a plunger for explosives?
That's
No.
the Wile E. Coyote style right there.
That's one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
So what is that, please, for the next
Wow.
one? A disc removal tool? No, never seen a Flymo. Yeah, okay. Height adjustment. There you go. Scotty Daniels has got it. Just before Project Man. Just before Project Man. So Scotty Daniels.
You've been watching
Yeah.
Snobby and you.
I actually know Project Man because he had it first.
Did Project Man get answer it first?
No, he had the electric one, the wire strippers first.
No, but I think your internet keeps dropping out.
Yeah.
Some reason, Scotty.
Okay.
Yeah, Scotty, your microphone is really glitching.
Yeah.
It shouldn't do. This one I know does play up. But this
So you
one
put your wire in there.
So
Oh,
I bet you Snobby sent you that picture. Did Snobby send you that picture?
No,
Snobby?
I don't think it was Snobby. I think it was another scrapper that sent it to me. So, Scotty Daniels, you've also won a prize. Email me up, sweetheart, and you can have a prize as well.
Lucky bastard.
Let me know what.
Oi!
Let me know what you want.
Oi!
Language. I heard that.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know.
Klaus is cracking me up today.
Who said that?
My wife can hear it.
What?
Who said that?
My
Who's
wife.
blushing? Who's blushing? Come on.
That was Klaus's
That was Klaus, that
impersonation
was.
of Clint Eastwood, I think.
That was close.
Lucky bastard.
Klaus,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Klaus speaks
It
three
wasn't me.
languages:
I
English,
do.
And
Danish,
here is
and
your
profanity.
And
here's your
German.
last one, and this one was sent in. I think my mate Dick sent me into this one. I think. I think Dick sent this one to me. Where's my share screen? There it is. There. Share screen. So tell me what this one is, please.
I'm gonna get it. This one's mine.
Tecumseh starter handle.
Don't.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, it's a gauge.
Yeah. That is a. I don't know.
Up to 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Or KPA.
Yeah.
Alexa.
Temperature?
Yeah.
Oh, Phil's typing.
Yeah, I'm sure my mate Dick sent me that. Is it a thickness gauge? No. An imperial dial gauge? No. Compression tester? No. Compression gauge? No. A dial gauge? No. Water pressure tester? No.
Is it small engine related?
Yes, it is. Yeah. A test dial gauge, a bore gauge, an oil pressure gauge, tire inflator, a vacuum gauge. Yeah, that'll do. I'll have that. That's a winner. Who was that?
Oh,
that sucks.
Who was it? That one.
I was typing it. I was typing it. Oh.
Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? I've got to find it. It was one in front of Steve. That one there.
Depth gauge.
Oh, don't open that up. Let's close that down.
Vacuum gauge.
Where is it?
Ken.
So here it is.
Depth gauge.
And not many people would know what this is for, but I will tell you.
Excuse me.
Why?
I burped.
That's not it.
No.
There you go. That's what it is.
Well, technically, it's a dial indicator, but I
That
won't.
is a dial indicator.
So
I won't quabble about that.
So it is a depth gauge for testing the depth between the roller and the bed knife on a cylinder mower. This is for testing how high your grass is to be cut and set as per your cylinder on your cylinder mower.
I've seen something like
that. That must have come
I've seen something similar to that in hospital. It was in hospital.
Dick, what is it actually called? It begins with A. It's like a ammo gauge, I think, atto gauge or something. What's it actually called, Dick? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I've seen something like that similar in a hospital. It's called a flange gauge. When women are having babies, it measures the depth of the flange.
Dick will tell you in a minute what it's called.
Is that to set the blade height though on the?
Yeah.
wheel?
So what you do is you actually put that on your bed knife cutter and on your roller, and you set it to where your cylinder is, and it test your cylinder and accu gauge. There you go. That's
It's why people don't use those cutters anymore.
Well,
I've just got a brand spanking new 30-inch cutter to come in to show you guys, and you're now going to say to me that people don't use them anymore. Are you joking?
I'm so sorry. Let me.
Are you talking about cylinder mowers, real mowers?
Yeah, real mowers. Yeah, real mowers.
You know what? The only ones where I live that use real mowers or cylinder mowers or golf courses to get the greens, get the greens like down.
Because they cut,
homeowners don't use
so
them
sharp that you won't get any fuss.
Like a fruit cut.
My grass is too bumpy for that.
But run into a stone and see what happens.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my grass. We have dew worms on our lawn, and it's all bumpy.
Hey, it's bad enough. Hey, Klaus, it's bad enough, right? Where on golf course green, they're covered in sand.
Yeah.
Right? Golf course greens are sanded, and then you're still getting down close to the sand. I can see how those things get dull like super fast.
They do, but they sharpen them, and then they don't have any foreign elements like kids' toys or dog bones or
wrenches.
10
millimeter
wrenches.
An old Tecumseh muffler fell off and you ran over
there
it.
you go. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Bye.
The odd dog.
Nick loves me.
The odd dog.
I was trying to
But
find
here
a photograph.
in
I was trying
Denmark,
to find a photograph to that new cylinder mower I've got.
What do you say? Was that Allen or Atco or something?
An Atco 30E Royal.
It's called Ken. It's called lawn porn.
Can't find a photograph of it.
Conquer, way to go.
Yeah, way to go, boys. Way to go.
Trying to find a photograph to it. I can't find it though.
In Denmark, they used in the old days, they had a brand name that was made here.
I've got a mystery
and they did real mowers. And all of they did the best cut ever.
Here you are, guys. Here's a mystery object. The first one to get this gets a Micks Mowers house. Right, ready?
Gets Micks house?
Ready?
What's happening?
Go.
Hey, I actually need one of those right now.
Yeah.
I'm born every minute.
Yeah, me too.
A clean one.
I cut those up and make little two-stroke intake filters.
I use my wife's kitchen
Ken,
sponge
you
for
wouldn't
that.
do that, would you?
Yeah, I've done that.
I don't really have many classics around here, and I got a ton of those.
Brilliant mowers, mate. Brilliant machines. They just don't let you down.
Well, that's aftermarket. The regular ones are normally green, aren't they?
No, they're
No,
not.
they normally got a print on them, mate. Hey, a sponges are sponges.
And usually you get all the little holes imprinted in them when you take them apart.
Yeah, that's
I'll tell
right.
you-
Yeah.
I'll
I
tell
mean,
you
a
what I
sponge is a
use.
sponge. Fill it up with oil. It works.
I don't put
Donkey.
oil on mine.
I'll tell you what I
No,
use.
Bruce,
I get
actually,
I
Bruce,
guess-
after you said that in your videos, I kind of started thinking, okay, if Bruce is not oiling his filters, why should I? Because it's a mess.
Right.
I just put a bit of
I ran.
3-in-1 oil. All I do is put a 3-in-1 oil on there, squeak it about the way it goes.
Nope.
But
I
Bruce,
ran.
thought-
I have a double lot, and I ran a 3.5 horsepower lawnmower for 27 years with a dry foam filter.
Yeah. Well,
I bought a spray. It's a spray oil.
Yeah.
And you just spray it on the back side, the one that goes down.
Yeah, the whole idea.
And then you
is
just put it
oil.
in, dry as it is, and it goes.
You see people trying to cut these up out of a bit of a piece of sponge. What's the point for £2? You know, take a
Yeah,
chance.
good point. Yeah.
Bruce,
I
that
used-
spray oil, it just works a little bit better than a dry filter. But,
Right.
but,
I
It
but
was just the particles stick to the oil rather than go on through.
Well, I have a really
Is it-
dusty yard, and I sold that lawnmower running after 27 years.
yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
So I don't
It's-
think you need it.
It's a
I don't
lot,
think-
it's a lot cheaper.
No, you're right.
It's a
You're
lot
right.
cheaper to use tenant woman's pant things.
Hey, Bruce, I lost you last time.
Hey, William. Yeah, there you are.
Hey, William.
You had to run out to the car to get cell coverage.
Hey, William, nice to see you awake, mate. How you doing?
Ah,
By the way, did we lose Mick?
he's enjoying a cigarette outside.
Hey,
I'm here.
William, whatever you're
I'm here,
smoking,
I'm
I want some, mate.
Okay.
He might be
Is he
on.
listening?
I think he's got a 5-second delay. I think.
yeah.
You're on.
Well,
You're on.
Good,
You're
well,
on.
mute.
You know.
Bruce,
I'm
quick
on
comment,
break
Bruce.
at work.
That email we got, Bruce, from Jim Condon yesterday. I sent the guy a instructions on how to change the check valve in that home light.
Oh, good.
Don't tell nobody. Shh.
I did find the number
Don't
for
tell
that.
nobody.
Yeah. No, there was a guy who did a good description of it on one of the lawn sites about 10 years ago, so I forwarded it to him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's funny how he called Walbro directly
Have a
and
delay or
asked
something.
for help, and they said it's not available anymore. You have to get a new carb, but the carb's not available. Why not
was
just
a-
tell him the check valve's available, change it out?
Well, it was a Zama
Yeah.
product, and I actually looked to see if you could buy a Walbro to replace that
Yeah.
Zama.
No, but I'm saying Zama still sells that check valve. So
Oh,
I sent him a video on how to do it and what the part number is and all that stuff. So
perfect.
yeah, so you should be all right. Hey Mick,
Yeah,
I gotta hit
I
the
went up to
road.
the
I gotta go to my parts store. He's closing soon. I gotta get some parts before the night's over. So.
All right, buddy. Yeah, no,
I went out to
thanks
Ken.
for
Right,
calling up,
All right,
mate.
hey, anyone, my email's
Thanks,
right there.
Ken.
Or Mick, if you show the email again with our names, if anyone wants one of my stickers, I have it. Email me and I'll send out.
Oh yeah, send me one. You got my address. Send me
I
one.
got a package going to Conquer next week. It's gonna have a bunch of stuff from about 7 or 8 YouTubers to all the guys in the UK and stuff like that. So you'll see it next week.
I don't know what makes you think once they get to Conquer, what Conquer they're going to get to us. So here is here is a little video clip which I sent to Bruce as well. He saw it earlier on in the week. And Klaus is saying no one uses these machines.
We'll see you guys later.
Have a little look. Have a little look at this little puppy.
It's running there.
Mick, I don't disagree. That's a wonderful lawn mower.
It is.
It is. And it'll make one of those soccer field cuts.
Soccer?
It's really nice.
Football.
Yeah.
Isn't that something else? Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's nice,
it is.
That's nice, Mick. Yeah.
5.5 flathead Briggs on it. Electric start.
Look at that! Look at that blade. I mean, oof.
How much did you pick up for that, Mick?
So I don't mind telling you what I paid for that. I don't mind telling you at all. I paid absolutely nothing for it. A bloke contacted me called Ray, and he said he's got it. He's got a bit of a mower collection, to be fair, and I think he was being arm behind the back, asked politely to reduce some of his stock that he has in his private collection. Bruce has just pulled that face where he knows exactly what he's talking about because I've been in the same boat as well myself.
Management.
And, he said, management. Exactly that, Ken. Yeah. So he said to me, if you want it, come and get it. It's yours for nothing. It's free. Come and get it. Come pick it up. Yeah. So he's I said fair enough. So I had to weigh it up because they're not very small. They're 30-inch cut, and I looked at it and it fits in my trailer just with the grass box tucked behind it. It fitted in my 3-foot wide trailer, so it fitted in lovely. It was quite heavy though, to be fair, to tow it. But it all runs, and he said you can have it for content for the channel and do with it as you will. So it's going to be coming in. It should go on the table. It all runs. It just sounds very, very, very rattly, and as a lot of old machines do. But the starter motor is a little tiny bit screamish. It does scream a little tiny bit, but it makes one a bit of an all up, bit of a grease up.
Oh yeah.
But apart from that, he said it wouldn't start originally. We had problems starting it down at his house, and it was quite a big hill going up to my van, and I was a bit worried about pushing it up there. So. We put carburetor spray down the carby. It popped and banged. It did nothing else. So in the end, we put it down with spark plug, and after about 3 or 4 attempts, it fired. We let it run on choke for about 30 seconds. Took it off choke, and now it starts absolutely fantastic, as it should do on the choke. Pull the cord, and away it goes. So
it's a great engine.
Yeah, it's a super bit of kit, and I've already tested it up and down the garden, and Mrs. P's scared of it. Mrs. P actually thinks it's for Dennis, so I haven't told her. I had to hide the word ATCO. She thinks it's for Dennis, but hopefully we get away with it. But I've now got 2 30-inch cuts, and that was free of charge off of some real nice gent who he got a couple of Mountfield ride-ons or something like that in his garden. Nice big lawns he's got, but he said I've just got no use for it, Mick. It all runs. Just wants a bit of Micks Mowers love. So he said, strip it down, paint it up, do whatever you want to do to it. It's yours. Take it away. So
that's so much better than putting it on eBay. Yeah.
Oh, without doubt. I mean, eventually, Bruce, that's probably where it's going to go because I've got the Ransom, I've got the Dennis, I've got the Atco. I don't have the facilities to store, or especially a 30-inch car. I've got 2 buggers now. So eventually, at some point, it will have to go. But not until I've managed to take it apart, strip it down, beat it up, and have a good go at it myself. And do you know what? If need be, if someone else wants it, once it's done up, as long as they cover the cost of what it's going to cost me to restore it, I'm happy to pass that on. Do you know what I mean? As long as it covers me overhead, so that I can keep the channel running. Otherwise, one for sale in Newcastle, £300. I saw one on eBay done up to the nuts, and it was done up beautifully. For £1,400.
Yeah, I've seen that, Mick.
Oh, wow!
That's how much I go for. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing that, but I would pass it on to somebody that's going to get use out of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy to do that.
Right.
Because I'm not in it for the profits. That's not how I work. I'd rather just keep the ball rolling, so to speak. You know. But so that was nice.
Well,
Yeah,
back here.
Nice... Where's he gone?
You know where.
Oh, I've gone for another one, is he? That boy drinks faster than me. Chris says, good day.
Yeah.
Good day, Chris. How you doing, mate? In Australia, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Once you break the seal.
Yeah,
Looks like a beautiful machine. Looks like a beautiful machine. Yeah, it does run quite. It runs sweet, and it tops out high end throttle quite well too. The drive all works, and it's not fierce like the Dennis. The drive cylinder all runs. It could do a bit of a sharpen up on the cylinder, but I don't know how much that's going to cost to get that cylinder sharpened. That's 30 inches. That costs quite a bit. That will. But it's all there. So yeah, hopefully just gotta tidy it up, strip it down, give it a lick of paint, and yeah, it should look nice when it's done.
Nice.
Oh, someone's at my door. 2 seconds.
Well, it's much like that big Kohler engine that I got running so sweet. Now I don't know what to do with it.
Who's at the door?
Hey, Bruce, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Mick's always talking about in the UK. He deals with mount field mowers and hater mowers, and there's what's the other one that they deal with? Haters,
fly mouse, maybe all sorts of things.
All those mowers that you guys deal with in the UK, I have never seen one of those mowers in my life.
Me either.
They're just not here. Right?
No.
Isn't that funny how that happens?
And even for us, we have different mowers than the guys.
Go, Henry.
Like it's a little bit different.
You tell you why, Steve.
Yeah.
I've never seen a hater or a mount field.
No,
well, I'll tell you why, Steve. I'll tell you why now.
That's what makes the YouTube channels that we all have. That's what makes it so goddamn interesting. You know, is that you can go onto your channel, Steve. A little. I mean, we all know about Steel and Husqvarna, but now and again, you might get a little tiny quirky McCulloch that we've never seen before. A little antique, you know, quite nice. Or Bruce gets in. Gets in some a little bit different, and the carbs are set up a little bit different too. But guess what? Every now and again, I know that Bruce, you had a Sovereign. Was it a Sovereign or Champion in?
No, it was a Champion chainsaw. And I'd never seen one before.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, you had a Champion or Sovereign lawnmower in a while ago too. You had one in. It
Not
was
a Sovereign. I would have remembered that.
It would have been about 3 or 4 months ago, I think, Bruce. I saw you had same style deck as what we have over here.
Oh yeah.
But this is what makes it interesting, and for me, it's unfortunate that I can't do ride-ons because I believe I would get a bit more of the American and Canadian and Australian market if I could do the ride-ons because they're quite popular, you know. But this is what makes it interesting. You click onto someone else's channel, and they're doing exactly the same thing as what you do, just on a different machine. It's as simple as that. You know, it's what makes it interesting.
And even Briggs does a few different things in Britain than they do in Canada, right? Like
I think you'll find it's the
configurations on filters and things.
What the emissions on the engines? I think.
Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, you're right, Jeff. The
emissions on the engines is different.
Yeah, definitely. The emissions do play a factor. I know that Jason was on about they've actually banned leaf blowers in his state because one of the COVID virus, it spreads it around, and two, for the emissions. So you can't actually use a residential leaf blower petrol anymore.
Who told you that? Jason Pate?
Yeah.
Really?
I bought a brand new Briggs Stratton engine 4 months ago, straight from the States, and it says this engine is not to be used in the United States due to emissions.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Or everywhere but California.
So what's the emissions in Steve? Steve, what's the emissions problems over there? Are they tighter than what they are over here?
I don't know.
Well, I don't really know like in North America, but I know that California is like super, super picky about their emissions. They just want, if California had their way, there'd be no gasoline powered anything. They're just so.
Can you imagine how many machines are in the dump in California because they quit after 2 years?
Bruce, let's do a road trip down to California and load up a U-Haul. We'll load up a U-Haul right out at the dump.
Oh no, load up a C-can and then we can use the C-can after.
Yes. I'm in.
Well, see, the problem is, though, isn't it?
so.
It's like places like California. This is the issue: is their dump is full up with machines, and if only you just drill the jets out, you'll be good to go.
Absolutely.
You probably go to San Quentin.
Oh,
So
exactly.
What about 2 strokes, Steve? Are you allowed 2 strokes? Because their emissions.
Those stinky buggers are allowed everywhere.
The following morning,
Steve,
there's lots of emissions.
Are you actually allowed to fart in California?
Not in California. No, thank God I don't live in California.
Well, all I'm saying is, if you're not allowed to fart in California, no one is rimming my main jet out. It's as simple as that.
Oh, leave it, for goodness sake.
I'm not
So,
going
Henry,
there.
what do you got to say?
Let me tell you a story about my sister-in-law. In California, you're not supposed to smoke in public. And if they see you, they can turn you in. You can't even smoke in your house if the window's open and somebody sees you, they can report you for smoking.
Only in America.
Smoking what?
Cigarettes.
Oh, sorry.
Well, hey, in Canada, pot is legal. Eh?
Yeah, I got to move to Canada.
Say again, Bruce.
Marijuana is legal all across Canada.
Now things are starting to make sense.
Oh my God!
Now we're getting to the bones of it.
There we go.
This would explain my theory. As when I'm working in here on a 2-stroker and it don't start, I'm chucking it around the shed and I'm beasting it down the garden. When Bruce's don't start, he's like, "Hey man, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's all good." Hey, Mrs. P, what's for lunch? I'm hungry. I've got the munchies. What's going on? You know what I mean? Bruce is stoned. It's as simple as that.
It's another day.
Well, like Bill Clinton, I never inhale.
Yeah. I bet Monica did, though.
But not smoke.
Oh, man. But I think in the States, it's legal. Quite a few states, eh? Henry, it's quite a few states it's legal?
What, marijuana? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of states, but not everyone's 100% on board yet.
Yeah,
you can't take it across the line. I know that, like the 49th parallel.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is about that in the States, that some states are legalize it, but then the federal is not legal. So the feds can still come in and bust you for it, even though it's legal in the state. Where in Canada, it's federally in Canada legal.
But you're and you're supposed to buy it from a vendor, not on the street.
Why would you want to make a drug like that legal? I can't understand it.
But then again, in Canada,
no one remembers.
Trucks can drive as fast as cars. I mean, that's crazy.
No, it's
no way.
Hey, Terrell, how you doing?
No way.
Laugh. Everybody laugh. Please laugh. I don't find it funny.
Those teeth are way too clean.
I don't find it funny.
Yeah. That's a Crest commercial.
I don't find I don't find this funny. I don't find belittling what do you call it, marijuana or whatever it is, funny. Because it's put my son in a mental home.
Well, that's on, I can understand that.
So
for you to mention it.
Hey, Jeff, say that one more time. Put your
I
son
don't
where?
find it funny.
But
Jeff.
In a mental home.
In a mental home.
It's been a mental home now for 15 years.
Yeah.
By smoking marijuana.
Yeah, but hold on. Whoa. But hold on. You see, because there is, despite your argument, okay, or your opinion, there is medical advances to it. It's as simple as that. And no matter how tough or how hard your story is, Jeff, there are medical advances towards it, and you cannot deny that. So
I don't deny it, Mick. I don't deny it. I don't deny that, but it's laboratory treated cannabis or whatever it is, not this shit you go on street.
I've got to feed his dog,
Right.
Jeff.
You're exactly right, Jeff.
Yeah, no, I get that.
This shit you go on street, the skunk you go on street,
I
it's
understand
turning
that.
people's minds upside down. And
I
people
understand
think it's funny.
understand that. I get that.
The
But
people
when you have
think it's
someone,
funny.
but when you have someone that's in chronic pain, you know, or having seizures or things like that, and used correctly, then
that's fine.
You know, it
that's
has
fine.
has advantages.
Well-
Unfortunately, you just got hit on the wrong side of the bat. It's as simple as that. That's what it does. Unfortunately, any drug, you know. But you used correctly, and we were looking into something for Riley, the CBD oil. You know,
CBD oil,
Riley boy.
Yeah.
It will calm him down a little bit. And Mrs. P even tried it for stress.
No problem
so,
with that, mate.
yeah, exactly
I
that.
have
But
no problem
unfortunately,
at all.
Jeff, you know,
Not at all.
unfortunately, as I say, you just got hit on the wrong side of the bat, and it had
shit. This shit
consequences.
you on street, mate. The shit that gets peddled on street.
Yeah, well, we don't have swearing, Jeff. So let's try and curb your language.
I tried Mexican
don't do
red,
that.
and I saw stars for like 16 hours. It was weird.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
There's Jeff. You're back, Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
There's always
He's
two
a-
sides to a story in every argument, isn't there? And there's always a good and there's always a bad. It's as simple as that. And you know, it's the way it goes. Unfortunately, you know, some always got sometimes it's just what happened. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff. I saw you just shut it your own stream off there. I just wanted to say I think that Jeff is talking about recreational purposes.
Yes, yeah, without a doubt, Steve. Without a doubt.
You smoke weed every day, all day long, and there's a lot of people like that. Well, I agree with that. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Well, it's like anything, like drinking all day
Yeah.
long or doing whatever, right?
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
How many did you have, Klaus?
No, it's as simple as that. I mean,
this week or tonight?
I know some of my long term friends who have been on that stuff for a long time, and I go and speak to them, and they're absolutely baked out of their heads. Can't talk properly, can't function properly,
right?
And they're still convinced this day it hasn't
It's
affected
safe.
them.
Yep.
You know, hasn't affected them in one iota.
It
But,
slows you down. It slows you down. It does. It's like a
Please
plug.
don't.
It's like a plugged input valve. It's like
Exactly, you know, and anything that is purchased off the street, you don't know what they're putting in it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, I think you're right, Steve. Recreational is okay to a moderation, but if you're on it like
anything,
a tramp on it, it's going to do you in. It's simple.
Well, the whole point is moderation, right, Steve?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly
Yeah,
that.
you know what? I've worked with people who are just baked out of their minds all day long, and they're at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is something I do not agree with. But like Mick said, you know, for medical purposes, hey, you got a bad back and you just have one little, or not even smoking it, just a gummy, just an edible. You just take a 10 milligram gummy for medical purposes, and in half an hour, your back feels way better or whatever. Hey, I agree with the medical part of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. 100%. I used to work with a bloke who used to drive a 22-ton front load shovel, absolutely done out of his head. And
well, I've seen it happen with alcohol too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, we'll do that.
What's that?
There we go.
Sunmed. I got that, Henry. Yep. I'll take 3.
That's cream.
It's a cream.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Anyway.
It's excellent for knee pain. Knee pain.
There you go.
rub it on
There you
your
go.
knee, and you don't have any pain.
But Henry, you're not getting stoned by doing that, right?
No.
So
Okay.
Jeff just said. Jeff has just said, sorry, but if I'm not allowed my opinion, I will never agree that it's a safe drug. No, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Well, no drug is safe, and no drug, but it used properly, you know, like
Let's get one thing right, okay? No matter what we're talking about, whether it be that subject,
Yeah, we cover it all, eh? Sorry, I brought that up.
There's always a counter reaction or a counter comment or a counter opinion, and if you're gonna say something, then you must be open to someone to counter it. It's as simple as that. If you put a video out, Steve, on how to clean a carburetor, I may not agree with your method.
Yep.
However, if you can back it up and say, well, actually, I've done some research on it, and this actually does work to the letter, 100%. The way you're doing it, Mick, is actually incorrect. Now, I can say quite openly, I don't agree with the way that you clean carburetors in the ultrasonic cleaner with your little jar. I just don't agree with that method. Okay, but that's just me.
Yep.
You can argue it and say, well, if you're putting it in a concentrate like that, it does, and it keeps all the bits separate, that's good enough. I think it has another barrier in which the waves have to go through, which reduces the initial shock wave. That is just my opinion.
Then we're not going to let you into this live stream.
That doesn't mean we've got to fall out about it. It's as simple as that. It just means you have your opinion on your ways of doing your thing, and I have my ways. It's as simple as that. Do we both get good results out of the same situation? Yeah, I believe we do.
The lawnmower, it's running when it leaves the shop.
Yeah.
So you have
right on. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly that. You have to with anything. You put anything on a public platform in a stream or domain and talk about something that's quite controversial, then there's going to be people that are going to argue that. A bit like at the moment, the US president at the moment is on about changing gun laws or something. My Lord, can you imagine what that's going to open up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my! I don't even.
Very touchy subject.
Yeah, yeah. Do you see what I mean, Henry? Yeah. See, do you see what that's going to do? I don't even want to talk about that. You know what I mean? But everything that we do in life, everything that you witness, there's always a pro and there's always a con. It's as simple as that.
Guys, my eldest son, he just showed up. I gotta go talk to him. It's been a while, so thank you for a great.
Well, when you go, Klaus, at least try and stand up straight and stop slurring your words, I would say.
That's
As it goes, people, we have ended the stream on a controversial note, which is perfectly acceptable for the Micks Mowers stream. We do talk about absolutely anything as long as we don't all fall out. That's the main thing. So, it's what it is. These subjects just crop up out of nowhere and manifest. So that's no problem. So anyway, thank you very much for watching the Micks Mowers live stream tonight. Give us a thumbs up on your way out. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you on next week's live stream. Should be next. Next week will be fine. Yeah, the week after might be a bit of a bad one. So thank you very much for everyone coming up on the panel. As always, it's been a privilege and a pleasure to spend some time with you. Thank you very much for those of you in the chat who have kept us all entertained as well. I'll see you all on the next one. Look after yourselves. Take it easy.
Take care.
See you later, Mick.